going, guys? Andrew here.
And Caleb.
And Matt.
Welcome to this podcast,
And
LCR.
Something that looks totally different.
Unless you're actually listening to this on like iTunes or Podbean, then it's just our voices again.
We are recording ourselves
for the
visually
YouTubes
as well.
So this is going to be interesting. We're not going to stare at you the whole time because there's a monitor right below us that's really tempting to look at ourselves.
We're going to do our
stare
best.
at you the whole time, guys. Don't worry.
But we're going to try this out.
And like we said in a past reaction, we have a new member. And this is his first time in the podcast.
Yes, you're going to have to bear with me here a little bit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, that's all right. Neither do we.
Okay.
Fake it till you make it.
We just turn microphones on and we talking to them. We don't act like we know what we're talking about. But we do know one thing that we're talking about today. And that is the
Avengers Endgame.
biggest movie of the past decade. I'm going to say it.
Oh, definitely.
Biggest movie in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's got the biggest build-up and hype and just payoff in general.
Yep.
And we're going to this is a non-spoiler section. We're just talking about it. We're just our initial thoughts, everything that are all the raw emotions that we had during the movie. Watching the movie, I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is it. Like we watched Infinity War. I got off work. We watched that, and we went and got Chipotle.
Oh, and just to throw it out there, we are uploading our initial thoughts separately. They will all be together in the podcast when we release it Monday. So you guys will be seeing this Friday.
Ooh.
So be on the lookout for the spoiler talk, because it's going to be 2 hours long.
Probably, yeah.
When the full podcast drops. So be on the lookout for that, guys. But this is our initial thoughts, slight review, loose review, what we think. Go again?
I mean, to sum it up for me was just, it's everything I could have asked for and more. I don't know, watching the movie, everything I thought that was going to happen really didn't hapen.
There are a few things, but yeah, that was it.
Like, literally the beginning of the movie. Like, I was like, wow, that happened. Okay, that was fast. Oh, and then it just kept going and going and going.
Like, oh, we're doing this already?
Yeah.
It's been 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't wrong. Like, literally most of the footage from the trailers is within the first
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
There is stuff, though, that is later on in the film.
Yeah.
But a good chunk of those trailers was 20 minutes.
Literally, a good chunk of the trailer is just like the first 20 minutes of the movie, which is
so
pretty
they did
impressive.
not spoil a single thing in those trailers.
Yeah, no, this marketing, this is when you take a marketing class, when you're like Sony, they need to study these trailers, because this movie, trailers, total confusion. It's great. Yeah. There's so much to unpack in these, just without like trying to spoil anything. But
I will say the biggest difference between Infinity War and this, I was devastated after Infinity War. Now I'm empty.
Yeah, I really don't know.
I'm just empty after this.
Like, we know that we have Far From Home coming up after this.
Correct.
But what's after that?
Go on. Yeah.
We don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, there was no mid-credit scene. There was no end-credit scene. And that felt right. Because, like, how do you...
it did.
This was the movie not to have an end credit scene.
Yeah.
Like I was saying on the ride home, like, you watch this movie and you're like, it ended. Like, this is the ending chapter of this amazing story that started way back in 2008.
It felt like forever ago. Yeah, at the same time, felt like yesterday.
Seriously. I feel like all characters get their shining moment.
Yeah.
More, because, like, you know, in Infinity War, you kind of felt like
some
Cap's
that didn't
story,
get it before.
Cap's kind of story, you felt kind of got pushed back in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Everybody here felt like they just had a little bit more time, and that's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, and it really didn't feel like Tony didn't really take over the movie, you know? Like,
It felt like it was a very...
it felt just equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just felt equal, like...
Yeah, because he took over that movie before.
Yeah, and... I honestly, I wasn't really confused with, like, the time travel at all and stuff like that.
No.
Oh, no, they did a decent job of explaining it.
Yeah.
And it was a different kind of time travel.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
It was
a
cool.
Nice, refreshing take on it.
comedy was on point in my opinion. I don't think there weren't really any jokes that didn't
That was our
take
biggest
us-
thing going in, was we thought just the tone of the movie was going to be so sad and serious that there wouldn't be any jokes, but
Yo,
it
like,
was pretty light.
right off the bat, like there was like a joke, like right off the bat. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
like,
right into it.
I see you, movie. I see what you're doing.
Initially, I said that I didn't want anybody to like crack any jokes. I wanted this to be like a very dark and heavy movie.
Right.
But then, like, you know, they started cracking jokes, and you know, they kind of showed that.
I don't know if Marvel can do just like dark
They can't.
the whole time.
No, I know, but like, you know, that's why I wanted like
Something new,
you
kind of.
have the villain wipe out half of all living beings.
Yeah.
So
And
you know.
I have a slight issue with
Oh.
the villains that we will dive into,
Okay,
but
fair enough. I'm excited to hear his thoughts on that.
me too. Yeah.
You guys too. Anyways, let's see. Just a few more little things because I just want to start talking about
Right.
spoilers. But the music is fantastic. All the acting is on point.
foreshadowing Fantastic Four.
No.
If we're getting Doctor Doom, then we need the Fantastic Four.
But we don't know if we're getting Doctor Doom.
Stanley's cameo is great.
Not yet.
I did
Yep.
enjoy it.
There is a
It was
there's a nice
quick.
cameo from somebody else.
Or when?
Okay, never mind.
What?
This cameo from somebody else that was really cool. Anyways,
What were you doing?
he was looking at me like he was confused.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Are you
You know
talking
who it
about the
was.
beginning?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a spoiler.
Oh, okay. Well, Anthony Russo is in it.
Oh.
Yeah. You're so like mysterious about it.
Well, like I didn't know if like it was counted or not.
I don't know if
it was
you
just
guys are
cool.
intellectual like me, but I noticed another cameo. Just kidding.
Yeah, I actually I saw another cameo. My great aunt Betsy was in there.
Joke's dead.
Yeah,
way to go, Betsy.
The joke
I
is
really
dead.
fucked that up, didn't I?
I just it was amazing. I'm sounding redundant, but like this movie, I literally went in super hyped and I left totally satisfied. And I really don't know the last movie that really did that, because I feel like movies that we always kind of get hyped for, there's always something
Literally
that
Infinity War.
we get
Yeah.
depressed about.
I'm just being honest. Yeah.
But this was, I don't know, everything that I wanted and way more. And I really don't know where you go from here.
Yeah. No.
I don't know where you go from here.
I really kind of hope that at the end of Far From Home, we kind of get some look into the future of the MCU.
Oh, you got to. Because what's after Far From Home?
Do we know?
No, I don't think they've announced anything.
Black Panther's coming soon. At some point.
I know that they've announced like the
Pretty much everyone's getting a sequel.
yeah.
It is weird that everyone's
I
getting-
think Doctor Strange is for sure next.
Yeah,
I think
ooh.
Doctor Strange is like the one that's been talked about the most. But I don't know. But do you guys have any more initial thoughts about the movie?
The theater experience was great.
Yeah, theater experience was good.
Not too many laughs that ruined
Going
audio
back just
afterwards.
a minute. So I looked up what Phase 4 would be. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Right now they have Black Widow, The Eternals,
Oh, duh, yeah.
Doctor Strange 2, Black Panther 2, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and then something called Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah, Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
He's dope.
Fair enough.
He's like, you know, when I mentioned before about the whole ninjutsu, if someone in the Marvel Universe just started doing, like, ninjutsu stuff,
Yeah.
that would be the guy.
Ooh.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And he's got this whole, like, spiritual stuff, kind of like Doctor Strange, I believe. And apparently he's on par with Captain Marvel, power-wise. So, that's crazy. But, what do you guys think, grade-wise, off of first viewing, hours later?
Oh, I mean, completely biased, but A+.
Yeah.
A++.
Yeah.
A plus 3,000.
I'll give it an A.
Yeah.
There are a few things I would have changed to make it muy delicioso.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll hear your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that's it for the initial thoughts.
yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy that.
Hope you enjoy seeing our faces.
If you want to learn what we think about all the spoilers and whatnot, be sure to tune in Monday when we drop the whole podcast.
that bad boy
Uh-huh.
on the YouTubes,
So yeah,
we'll be looking dead because it is Almost 2:30.
Yeah, this is going to be a long one.
Let's get it rolling, guys. Damn it. So I just,
Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, I know we said bye.
We had a quick little break
We're back.
before we went into the spoilers. For the podcast listeners, nothing changed.
But it literally was like 30 seconds. We literally stopped recording, and I was like, let's go. And I restarted recording.
Let's
just dive right into it. That first scene. They had to do it, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
They had to do it.
A big difference from the beginning of Infinity War, which is great. Didn't want to start with action. I don't think there was a way you could start with action.
No, this movie could not start with action. It wouldn't feel right, you know?
Yeah.
And that's only the really person, reaction-wise, we needed to see. Hawkeye and his family.
Yeah, what's going on with them?
Mm-hmm. He was nowhere to be seen.
I like how he had little anklet bracelet on.
Yeah, that was a nice little touch.
Like home arrest, yeah.
He's like, he's arrested. Yeah, he's
you guys
a criminal.
remember what happened? Yeah.
I'm a criminal. I'm cool.
And I think it might have confirmed Anna Bishop was her name. His daughter's named Anna. Next Hawkeye.
Yeah.
The female Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And it's not his daughter in the comics. It's a different person, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
But Anna Bishop. I think it's Anna. Yeah. So we got Hawkeye 2. And that leaves room for Hawkeye to be Ronin. And so we'll have both.
Hell yeah.
Which is really neat.
I'm totally jumping into like when we see him later as Ronin, but I was lean over to Matt and I'm like,
I could go back to the regular haircut.
I just need his movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching that, just like that. He didn't even get like a minute of just being Ronin, but like I was just like, I need a movie about this.
Yeah.
I really wish we could have just like seen his face, not inside the hood, more so just like the actual mask part to see like how he would actually really look.
Yeah,
like
I was hoping there was a little bit
just
more.
a little mask at first.
Yeah,
it would have been nice if we got the actual mask with the eyes.
I think that was kind of a little rushed for me, but but still, like
we didn't want to spend too much time on that.
The opening scene, he's just going to pick up something, go grab that arrow or whatever.
He got screwed.
And
the whole damn family.
The whole family. Not even
1 out of 5.
Not even Hawkeye Jr. disappeared. The little cute boy disappeared. Everybody gone.
It was really just
puts mayo on a hot dog though.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Maybe that's one of the boys.
People yell at us Northerners for putting mustard on them.
Sorry, what was that?
I said people like yell at us for putting mustard on ours in like Chicago, and
no, they yell at us for putting ketchup on ours.
Ketchup?
Yeah, ketchup's the thing.
I thought it was always mustard.
People don't like putting ketchup on. It's like
I thought it was always people didn't like putting mustard on it.
Mustard's like a staple.
That's what I thought. I love putting mustard on it. Everybody's like, "You mustard?"
Well, they just don't like mustard because they don't like mustard.
Mustard's amazing.
Why are we talking about hot dogs? We're talking about fucking Endgame.
That's the only thing I cared about in the movie.
Yeah, hot dogs. Don't you like hot dogs?
You didn't notice that I left.
I love hot
dogs. Guys, I'm taking over this podcast now.
Dude, like I love how we just kind of. I mean, we pretty much jump right in. 21 days. 22 days, whatever he said. I think he was kind of confused as well. But
governments are in chaos.
It was, it was cute, He's playing little football, paper football, and she wins, and she's like, "Oh,
God, Tony looked bad
for just like 20 days, like."
Well, no, it was that and the fact that
he looked so scrawny.
Yeah, he got stabbed and got sick. Looked like he had cancer.
It was. I was kind of scared for him. I was like, "What's happening to you, Tony?"
And look, he straight up died. I think everyone was right that Captain Marvel was gonna.
There was no other way. They were literally in butt ass nowhere space. She was the only one that could save him.
Butt ass. Now that's redundant.
But like,
I think
did she just stumble upon them?
I think so.
Maybe they probably had like a distress signal. Maybe
I was saying because like if she just stumbled upon it, it's very lucky because space is huge.
That's like a microscopic needle in a galactic-sized hay barrel.
I feel like they were going on like the path towards Earth. Like they had like the line set up.
Okay.
And then like they just ran out of fuel cells like they said because like they got damaged during the battle.
Right.
And then like Captain Marvel just also happened to be coming along that same line.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a plot hole, but not big enough to make it distracting.
No,
or
yeah, like
an actual issue.
I was like, oh wow, he got saved.
It's
like
very
we're
easy
literally
to
like
pass
3
it.
minutes into the movie and he got saved. I was like,
Yeah.
let's freaking go, movie.
Which is good because I don't want to waste any goddamn time
Yeah, I didn't want like
on him forgetting his way home.
15 minutes of
people
him in
together.
space.
Yeah.
Like, that was gonna be a no go.
One little nitpick after that. I felt like the reunion could have been a little better when Cap and Iron Man.
Oh no, I was totally for it. I just thought Tony was so freaking pissed off.
Yeah.
I believed him. I believed that he was.
Oh no, before that. When they initially met. I feel like you'd want to be whoever you see is alive, you'd be grateful for.
I mean, maybe, but I just feel like.
Afterwards, yeah, that made total sense.
Well, I just feel like that initial thought, like even when he like still saw Cap, he was just so mad at everything that happened, and he knew this was gonna happen. He's like, I knew we were gonna lose, and we did. We lost, and like really, it seemed like the only person he really cared about was Pepper. He didn't give a shit about anybody else. He was
Well,
like,
Rhodes.
kind of.
and Bruce.
Yeah.
Bruce was kind of missing in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like he was like not like they were like
eventually, yeah.
Bruce sedated him, and I was like, wait, I haven't even seen him. Like where is he? But I wasn't mad that the reunion. I was at first. I was a little taken back, but then the next scene when they're all talking and like Tony loses his mind and like rips the IV out and like you could just tell how like tormented the dude is. I was like,
yeah.
you know what? Yeah, like I can see why you're still kind of at odds with Cap and everybody. It was hard to watch it because like you could just tell he went up face to face by himself with Thanos and lost, and then just saw like pretty much his son just die in front of him, and oh my gosh, like,
And the fact that the guy that promised that they'd always fight together wasn't there. Like, that was the one thing Cap was useful for in his eyes, was being there for him, and nowhere to be seen. Granted, it was Tony's fault that they ended up going to Titan and not turning around.
yeah.
But you're not going to think about that when you just got rage in your eyes.
Well, I would think it's kind of Cap's fault because, this all kind of originated in Civil War when,
Right, yeah.
This whole Sokovia Accords came up and then,
He kind of thought he was selfish for, like, it's just your name. If we can protect the Earth, that's more important than
he
your
brought it up.
moral feel of justice.
He brought up, he was like, you know what, this wouldn't happen if we had all,
If
the
you signed your
armors
damn name on the
around
piece
it,
of paper.
and honestly, like, just imagine what it would have been, like, what the movie could have been if there was all, like...
The Avengers would have, no question, beat them if they were
Yeah.
together. They almost did it with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Then they could have done it together.
It's a proven fact towards the end of the movie that, yeah, if they just all work together, they can defeat Thanos. So, oh my gosh, like...
Watered down Thanos.
This was a 3-hour movie, guys. There was so much to take in.
it flew by so
Yeah.
quickly.
So fast. Like,
I remember looking down at my watch and it was 2 hours in. I'm just like, fuck.
I did not want to look at it. Like,
Oh, yeah, it was total by accident. I was like,
yeah, there was
God
like a
damn it.
temptation to like grab my phone, just like, because like I didn't want the movie to end, and I just wanted to see how much longer we have. But I was like, you know what, just let it happen, Andrew. Just let the movie go, do its thing.
This was like one of like the first movies I've actually turned my phone off in like so many years for.
Really?
And I used to just do it as a kid because I was like just naive and
I don't want to get arrested.
I didn't think that. I was just like, oh, the movie's telling me to put my phone away. I gotta do it.
I gotta listen to authority. No, I feel it.
So, like, I went to go check my phone to like see the time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I turned it off. Just gotta go back to the movie now. I also just like,
Mass breaking stuff.
I'm not trying to. I also just could not take my eyes off the screen. Like, sometimes like you just kind of like look around at the movie theater
yeah.
and stuff.
I didn't think about that.
Dude, I
Yeah.
Locked in.
would catch myself just smiling
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm watching Avengers Endgame.
Okay, but like, I also gotta ask you guys this. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna readjust. How many times did you guys cry, if you cried at all?
Ooh.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
One time was like tears of joy.
Yeah.
Goddamn. During.
Oh, I obviously cried. Fuck, what was Black Widow.
That was a heartbreaking one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was more like seeing Hawkeye's reaction to it. Like after she,
He had just lost so much.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that was like
I was getting this weird, like, dark tone, too, from Hawkeye. I was like, are they actually on the same wavelength? And they did that thing. I was like, what?
They're not.
And then it was like, oh, yeah, they're trying to, it's like backwards of trying to kill each other. And that was perfect.
the second
we'll talk
one.
about that.
The second one was when everybody was there, like in the final battle. Like I was like, oh my god, you guys, you did it! Like
They
you guys
fucking did it.
pulled this off, and I was just
Like,
so proud.
This scene in the trailer that we never got in the movie of Infinity War, of the group shot
Mm-hmm.
running towards, it's like that times 100.
Billion.
Sorry, 3,000.
So I had tears of joy there because I was just like, oh my gosh, like thank you guys for
Yeah.
doing this. And then obviously Tony dying was really hard, and I probably like tears of just like kind of the
Yeah.
rest of the movie, and then that final shot, seeing how happy Captain America was.
Absolutely.
I was like, please end right here. I was like, please end. Mm-hmm. And it did, and I'm getting emotional right now.
Did you have any different ones?
The first time I cried, it was just kind of like out of relief.
I understand.
I don't know. Well, maybe not relief. I don't know. It was when
It was a sigh cry.
kind of. It was when like they touched down on Earth for the first time in the Avengers complex,
Oh, yeah.
and Tony comes running out. Or not running out, but he comes out, and Pepper's just there, and he's just like
Yeah,
relieved that
Yeah.
she's alive.
that was a good one.
It's so crazy. This film parallels with Iron Man so much. Him getting out of the helicopter,
Yeah.
airplane, hugged by Pepper. Well, not hugged in the first one.
He was also being, wasn't he?
He was injured and being helped off.
Yeah.
I had to cry when the girl said cheeseburgers because I was like, wait, what does that mean?
Oh
What's
yeah.
the first thing Tony asked for?
Cheeseburgers. I thought of that too.
Yeah.
Another time I cried was when Spider-Man came back.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was just.
I don't
such
know
a
what it
great
is about the
moment.
relationship that it's just like,
Oh my! No, it
I
wasn't. When
like
he came back.
Spider-Man, but I don't love him yet. And it's just like, why is that getting to me?
It was during the middle of the biggest fucking battle, and Tony was just so relieved that he just stopped.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just hugged him, and I was just like, "That's fucking beautiful." But yeah, I mean, there was definitely moments in the movie where I was just like really kind of tearing up.
This whole movie was just,
It was a wreck.
yeah.
One thing, now that we get just jumped the frick everywhere, let's kind of reel it back to the
And of
beginning.
course we didn't have tissues.
No,
Like we
no.
planned on having. I had my
Um,
fucking sleeve.
Yeah, I had sleeves. I was all good.
I felt stupid for not thinking of Hawkeye right away when they were talking about finding someone and they're murdering people. I thought it was Hulk, and he was just on a rampage. Because there was only two people that she'd cry over. And I was like, why? And then we cut to Professor Hulk, and I'm just like, he's so happy. What's happening?
Dude, Professor Hulk. First off, I just love the cold black screen just like 5 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took so long for it to just pop up. Well, like it started off with just 5.
I thought it was
And
going to be months.
I was just like weeks, days, minutes, seconds, hours.
Milliseconds?
What would you do if it just said 5 later? 5 what? 5 what?
But
Yeah.
hold on, I just got to talk about like they were just like, let's go get him.
Yeah. And oh my god, they fucking got his ass.
Side note, Cap swore a lot in this movie. Like, I was just like, damn, Cap.
But the worst swear of all? Hail Hydra.
Ooh.
That rattled to the
Damn,
We'll get to that
core.
later.
Gosh, dang it, that was great. So like it was the 1 minute clip that we did the reaction on where they're like, let's go get this son of a bitch, and dude, they just go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, obviously,
It's like there's no armies, there's no satellites.
I was just like, something's
him.
gonna happen because like they're just in their normal outfits, like it's not the rest of the group, like Tony's not even there, like what's happening?
They can't do it. They just can't do it.
They get there, Thanos is chilling, has a probably Gap t-shirt on,
He went to the H&M.
doing some little paprika in his soup.
He was limping pretty bad.
Oh yeah, when
I
he's
noticed
going up
that.
those stairs.
Yeah, he was limping.
He looked pretty
fucked.
messed up.
And I was like, this is still from the little axe thing.
Yeah.
But no, his body's torn apart using the stones twice.
Twice.
Not even to... Because we didn't think he destroyed them.
You don't think he did?
Not at first. I thought he like did something to like terraform the planet or something, and that shouldn't be something big enough to just fuck up his arm.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he did 2 giant, universally strong tasks that just took its toll. But goddamn,
he, and then he just hears the twig, and then Captain Marvel comes out of nowhere, and I was a little scared. I was like, please don't kill him, like, right away. Like, please don't kill him right now. Like, you're kind of cool.
It was when the Hulkbuster just, like, grabbed his arm.
Yeah.
And just fucking burst out of the fucking floor.
Yeah.
I was just like that just kind of happened.
That was scary.
And it took me a second to, like, register that it was the Hulkbuster. And I'm just like, shit.
Because I didn't see the hand. I only saw his, like, little, hello.
Yeah.
Head pop out.
And, everybody's there. Pretty much everybody's there. And they're like, where are they? And he's like, I destroyed them. And they're like, you're lying. And Nebula's like, nope. Like,
the one thing he doesn't do
is lie. And so I was after that I was just like, what?
We missed a big part. Fucking Thor coming in with Stormbreaker and just chopping his arm off at the gauntlet. Like at the end of the
right away.
Yeah, my bad. I totally forgot about that. Because that's how they find out that the stones aren't there. They just chop his arm off.
Like, they didn't hesitate for a goddamn thing.
No, they were like, we know what he's capable of. We're not holding back this time.
It makes sense. Like, and so they just chop his arm off, and I was like, damn, like, Thanos, what you gonna do, bro?
It took me a second for that to just sink in. Like, they just chopped his
like, if
fucking arm
only
off.
Thor just, like, hit him in the chest, and it's just like, boom. That could have been just so easy. Instead, he wanted to push it in. Just push it in a little bit. Just a little bit. And a little more. Sorry.
But like,
I'm trying to emphasize there was a lot of time he could have just, boom, got that arm off.
Chop the arm off, and then they're talking, and then he just... And I was like, oh.
Yeah, we were going to get a little more explanation and a little interrogation, maybe.
I was like, yo, Thanos didn't even get a send-off, bro. Like,
no.
Like, at least this universe, Thanos didn't get a send-off.
I think the Avengers were a little angry that Infinity War was Thanos' movie and not theirs.
I think Thor was just really mad. They wanted revenge.
Mm-hmm.
The Revengers.
There you go. Let's make it.
Oh, God. The fight with Iron Man and Steve on just a pure ideological level still gets to me.
I kind of like how, like, Thor just chops his head off and just walks away.
Mm-hmm. And then just like, what did you do? And he's like, I went for the head.
And
I did what I was told. That's a great thing about this movie is everyone is guilty. Everyone feels like it's their fault.
Yeah.
Every single person feels like they could have done something.
And then, I know, like, there's just so much going on in my head, but that's, like, doesn't it fade to black right there, pretty much?
I think so, yeah.
Him walking out of...
Mm-hmm. And we got that shot in the trailer. One of the first trailers.
Yeah, the first trailer. We got that shot of... and then it just goes 5 years later, and everybody's pretty much split up.
Yeah.
They're all...
Doing their own thing.
They have their Jedi Council, and they're all...
They had Nebula and Rocket. And then
what's going on, everybody? Where we're all hanging out.
Seeing old tried and true Captain Marvel in her look.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I'm
I'm
she looks so pretty with her
guy.
long hair, but, I mean, that was the comic book version of Captain Marvel, so it looked nice.
It was cool. Like,
it was really cool. I think that's what we're going to get from now. Well, unless Captain Marvel 2 is...
If it's a prequel, it's not going to happen. But
unless
if it
she
takes
experiments
place,
and then grows it out again. A lot can happen in 20 years, okay? Do you know how many times a girl changed her hair? A lot.
Fair enough.
So she could cut it, grow it out, do whatever.
But it was really cool. Like, you see that, and you're like, yeah, that's like Captain Marvel, like, as of right now. That's her. And it was cool that they kind of, like, retouched with the people of Wakanda. And, Rhodey is in Mexico. And
he's on a mission.
Where was Rocket?
He was with Nebula.
Where were they?
I think they were just checking up on the universe, maybe.
Yeah.
Because when they reunioned, they flew down. So they were out in space doing something.
And then, Captain Marvel, she's gone.
Yeah, she was just...
She's like, I gotta go help other people. Bye. And I like that.
Kind of a big task. The Avengers get Earth. The Guardians and Captain Marvel get the galaxy.
I mean...
And, like, because, one thing I was worried about is that she was going to be in the movie the whole time, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad she wasn't, because the people that were in the movie, it was,
this was meant to be just the six.
It's meant to be the six. Like, this was their send-off. honestly, for most of them, it was their send off. So, at least for 3 of them. So, it was nice that Captain Marvel pretty much left and then came back for the final battle. Like, she really wasn't in it. And I don't like. For everybody else, yeah, I don't know. It's just great. Rocket is probably one of my favorites in the movie.
Sweet bunny.
I loved his outfit. There was a callback to his like original retro outfit from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he just looks so good.
The part when Thor sees him and he just pets him.
Yeah.
And Rocket pushed him away, but he's like kind of liking it.
Yeah.
So he's not trying too hard.
Okay, hear me out. Here's my first nitpick. Now that I'm
Okay.
thinking about it, the rat.
Yep. When we got Ant-Man back, I was like, this.
I thought about
Is-
I just
it is.
I just realized because I was like, okay, what do I talk about next? And I was like, oh, there it goes.
Like, that's almost Nick Fury cat scratch eye bad.
Yeah, it seemed kind of lazy. Like
I
Yeah.
thought he
Yeah,
was gonna
lazy,
figure
that's
out.
what it
I thought
is.
he was gonna figure out a way to get back.
Yeah.
But
But to be fair,
dude,
he was only in there for 5 hours.
that's a great way to say it was just lazy. They were like, fudge. How do we get Ant-Man out of
I mean, like
the quantum realm? Oh, let's just have a rat walk over and
If
turn
anything,
it on.
Totally, this is a lazy solution, but way better. Michael Pena. Be like, I've been looking for Scott for 5 years, and I finally tracked down the truck. What's all this shit? Boop.
Or just like
Boom.
some random person touching it.
Yeah.
oh my god! And then you could have had Michael Pena oh
Yes.
my god!
What everybody loves.
I don't think that would have fit in the movie though.
I mean, with the tone it had, though.
Maybe. I kind of feel like those should just kind of be Ant-Man movie jokes, you know?
Yeah, it is kind of a staple. I would have been fine either way.
I would have been fine. I just, now thinking about it, that was really lazy. That was really stupid. That, like,
I mean, like I understand that they have
because
to,
like,
like,
it seemed like the rat literally just, like, walked over it and then he popped out.
Literally
and I was
just a
like,
switch.
that was it? That's all you had to do to release him?
I mean, I get that they needed him to come back somehow, some way.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oop. Anyways, I feel like it could have just been handled better.
Yeah. And just anything. It's not that hard to do something better.
And then also,
Or
like,
have Dr. Chang walk in there and be like, what's this whole deal? Boop. And did he not tell him what was going on?
that's what I was wondering. Did the security guard not tell him, like, hey, man, like, pretty much everybody died?
Yeah.
It,
He's like, no, get your things out of here. You're not supposed to be in here.
Well, no, I don't even think that like Scott knew what happened as soon as he got out. Like,
Right.
like a security guard might have just looked at me like, oh, okay, he somehow got trapped.
But
in
if
there.
anything, he's like, where are my people?
He, like, my question,
Where's
like,
Dr.
my first
Dr.
question
Pym?
would be, like, how did this van get here?
Yeah.
Like,
I was on a rooftop.
last time I checked, my car was on a, like,
Parking
rooftop. Yeah, like, how did I end up here? Who the heck are you? Where's my girlfriend?
Was there a point to the kid? Like, hey, kid,
I think just to show how
what happened?
dark and how, like, much of a toll it took on people.
All right.
I think,
Like, the loss of innocence, pretty much. Like,
yeah. Well, because I feel like with that kid just like riding around on his bike by his own, I feel like his parents got killed
Yeah.
in the snapping,
And
and
he
he
just
just had to like deal with it.
he just didn't know what to do.
And so, like, when somebody just kind of comes up and he's like, hey, what happened? That's just kind of like a fucking insult. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? The biggest thing in the universe just happened.
Like, you
It-
fucking with me right
my
now?
parents just fucking died. So many people just died.
Yeah.
The vanished.
Yeah. How do you not know what happened? God, poor Scott, man.
Oh,
5
yeah.
goddamn years. And we will talk about that time skip later, because something does not make sense to me. But where do we go after that?
Well, I was gonna say when he goes to the memorial, and he's
Oh God.
kind of piecing together what's happening. He's like, okay, something big happened. A lot of people died, and then he's like, shoot, let me see if my daughter died. And then I was like,
It was chilling.
I was like, he's probably gonna find her name, and then he finds his name, and I was like, that makes sense.
Yep.
Like, he just disappeared, and I guess that was kind of like a. I could feel the waterwork a little bit when he was reunited with his daughter,
Yeah.
and like,
I feel like they could have found a younger actress.
Yeah, she looked a little old.
like
Yeah,
a
she
little
looked like
too
18.
old. Like, yeah, like that girl was a
Maybe
very
they just
little
wanted to
girl.
skip the paperwork of hiring a child actress. They just
Probably.
wanted to get an adult that looked young. So that was a little easier.
Just that one, I guess, 2 shots really at the end of the movie.
The 30 seconds she's in it.
Sucks for little girl. Her
Yeah.
career for the Marvel movies are over.
Oh my god. The cutest little girl in the whole MCU we see in this movie.
Oh my god.
Fight me. I think she's the cutest one. We'll bring her up in a minute.
We're gonna bring so much stuff up in a minute.
We need to stop jumping around on podcast. I think we're doing good staying in line.
And so they have their little
That was so sweet.
connection, and then
And you know what? I'm
where do we
glad
go
it
from there?
was just her. Like, he has a good relationship with his ex-wife and her boyfriend,
are they gone?
but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened.
It didn't
'Cause,
matter
when
if
I
they
first
left.
saw her, I was like, that doesn't look like his wife.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused. Like, that's why I leaned over to Andrew. I was like, is that his daughter? And he's like, yeah. I'm like,
Oh.
I get 5 years has passed, but like that looks a little weird.
That was like 10 years.
Where do we go from here? What happened next?
Because he didn't jump right into the Avengers.
I think
there's time in between.
I think Ant-Man like kind of was done.
He
there.
took a break for 10
Yeah, he took a
minutes.
break.
Wasn't that when the holograms were?
Okay, I
Yeah.
guess. So then that was that, and then
One little character piece that I loved, and it was a small detail, when Scarlet was crying about Ronan, Hawkeye, and Steve was there, and like came in. She's trained not to show her emotions because of being an assassin. So when she broke down and then heard the voice and just her learning how to just cut it off and go back into professional mode, and then she was completely fine. That was a great character moment for her.
yeah, I didn't even think about that.
This movie was great for Black Widow
Yeah.
for reasons to come,
For reasons to come. I guess I want to rewind.
and I'm really excited for the Black Widow movie.
just to bring
More
up
excited.
the when Cap is at that little group of people.
Oh yeah,
And I guess he's just up front. Like, I guess they all probably know, like, he's
Oh, yeah, they
Captain
gotta
America, and that he literally.
I feel like in a moment
fought
like that,
Thanos
you gotta
and-
throw your identity away. And your job is to help people cope and whatnot.
And that was just a nice moment just to see how people were reacting.
And of all
trying
people,
to be-
he's the best person. He's already lost his world once, and now he lost his world twice.
Yeah.
That was
pretty
great.
tormented.
And that's when we got Anthony Russo.
Yep.
That was a nice
Cameo.
moment.
That was a nice cameo.
Is Anthony Russo gay?
If not, good choice just throwing that in there.
Yeah, just
It was just interesting.
Yeah.
it was fun,
I'm more bothered by why isn't his brother anywhere in the movie?
right?
Oh my
Does he,
God,
like,
what if
not
that was his date?
Maybe that's a joke.
That's weird.
That's funny.
Maybe the other one's a little more shy.
What was his name? Joe. That's his brother's name, right?
Yeah, Anthony and Joe Russo. Yeah, I think that's them.
But a great cameo by him.
Yeah, great cameo. You're just like, oh man, like you guys are done after this. Like,
They have to come back for one.
hopefully.
Not an Avengers movie, maybe like how they did Captain America.
Ooh, they should do the Black Widow movie.
Oh, maybe they did. Is that even shooting? I don't
No,
know.
it's not shooting. They're just
That'd
talking
be cool.
about people that are in it.
Who should be Black Widow?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what happened next, guys?
We got Ant-Man coming in.
Yeah, I guess
he wanted his sandwich, his PBJ.
and he was like, guys, time travel, and they were like, no.
It's like,
Well, he's
so
like,
time travel.
I know how to navigate the quantum realm. And they're like, so time travel. He's like, no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like when he said like, do you guys know anything about the quantum realm? She's like,
Oh, yeah.
only to spark conversation.
Yeah, just for small talk.
And he's like, okay, good. Then we can just have a conversation later.
And this
So
whole
good.
time, I was
The
kind
banter
of,
on point in this movie, as always.
I knew it was like he was alive, but I was kind of like, what happened to Tony? Because
Yeah.
he was looking really bad, and then there was
And
that 5
again-
years, like he could have died, or he's even worse.
Yeah.
More parallels to Thanos. He got his little cabin and his little farm. And he's got his little family.
Did anybody, for some reason, when he goes over to the little tent, I thought Rocket was gonna walk out.
Dude, that chair was so tiny. Like, he sat down in it. Like, I don't know if it was just like the angle of everything.
That's not
But he
normal
just
for
like
a
sat
child.
down in it, and I'm just like, how the fuck did you do that, dude?
Just for a second, I was like, is Rocket gonna come out like in a little doll dress or something? I don't know why I thought that.
That's how you know that Tony would have just
What
gone
did-
off the edge.
Right? What did you think right away, boy or girl?
I thought girl.
Mm-hmm.
What did you call her?
Idea. Like her nickname or her
Yeah.
actual name?
If you gave her like an M,
Uh,
it wasn't Munchkin. That's too basic.
right.
I don't know what it was, but
3,000.
it sounded like a little girl nickname.
Uh-huh. Meanie.
And you get the
No.
you get the little
He called Nebula Meanie.
little
That was
teaser of Pepper Potts' suit.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
rescue. Yeah, that was cool.
That
Dude.
was cool.
Oh, so good.
And yeah, he looks healthy. You know,
Mhm.
he's got the
looks
old
normal.
hair,
Mm-hmm.
but
Put on some weight back.
and then
Yeah, healthy weight.
Then they show up,
Much needed.
and I assume that they probably hadn't seen each other in
Yeah.
roughly 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like probably like when they got back to after killing Thanos, like he probably was gone, and he
Yeah.
was just like, I don't want to see you guys really ever again. And just right off the bat, they're just all business and they're talking, and he's just like, no,
What did he pour them?
yo,
It looks like chunky chocolate milk.
it looked like a protein shake.
Yeah,
kinda.
that's
Like,
what I thought.
I was just like, why are you serving them a protein
He's
shake?
thinking about Cap. He needs to keep his gains.
It just
That was
it
weird.
didn't look pleasing. I was like, that looks
I saw a
gross.
chunk
Or
fall
could've
out of
been-
there, and I was just like,
Wait, you never had chunky milk?
It's delicious.
Not sour chunky milk.
all right, so we're gonna move on.
And that's a hard question to ask. Will you give up your daughter, possibly, to save save trillions?
Like, literally,
And you have to understand that, like,
Tony
he could
kind
say no,
of-
and I have to respect that.
Tony kind of won, like, in a weird way to look at
His
it.
life was almost better off.
Yeah, like he was living his best life.
He found a way to just.
Except he moved on.
Yeah.
That's literally what he
And
was
that's
the only
what
one that
that's
moved
what
on.
Thanos wanted. He just wanted people to move on, and he did. He moved on, and he had this nice little log cabin, and he was doing fun stuff, and he was still building, like he was still flexing his brain muscles, and was living happily ever after. And I could just imagine that was it. I wish I could just watch that movie and just
Yep.
see his little daughter grow up and
If they made a movie
become Ironheart.
of just
No.
Iron Man in between those 5 years, I would love it. If we never saw an Iron Man suit, I would have loved it. It'd be perfect.
You guys are a
And
bunch of liars.
he shuts them down, and he's like, "I wish you guys were here just for a visit instead of business."
Yeah,
So,
if you don't want to talk work,
yeah,
you're welcome to lunch. Table set for 6.
yep. And they don't. They leave.
Did you guys get the feeling that like Paltrow wasn't in the movie for a second? I was
Who?
like, the Pepper,
Oh yeah,
because there were like 2 scenes that she could have been. I was like, why are they not?
they were
showing her?
hoviding her, and I was like, "What's going on? Are you
then
Disney?
when we
Did
finally
Disney?
saw
Did you
her-
kill the mom off? Like, come on, Disney, what you doing?"
But
Was that the part where they made the jokes of all the movies? And like Paul Rudd's like, "Oh, just like Die Hard."
no, it was when they were
It was when they were testing.
what?
the-
Yeah, when they
the
were
pin
testing.
particle.
Okay, well, that was hilarious.
Because
They just-
Don Cheadle was there too.
Yeah, Don was like, he's naming all these movies, and
Hot
then
Time Machine.
yeah, and then Paul was like, yeah, like Die Hard. Wait, no, not at
Yeah,
all.
like, what?
Yeah, they were probably
Why Die
naming
Hard?
movies that they liked, like at that point. Sorry, just so going back, and was it Black Widow that said I guess we're going to the second largest brain, or her? Cap
Oh, it's
said
like
that,
we're gonna need another brain, and then
Yeah.
Cap said, well, "We got a big brain."
and then
And
bam,
God damn it!
Professor Hulk
No
confirmed.
warning, just straight in, no condom, just bam, hit us with Professor Hulk.
did you say no condom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ooh,
dude,
they hit us raw with that.
Oh, that's a new one.
and he was just
Add it to the repertoire.
he was just wearing his like Gap sweater and just like chilling, and
when he said like they make clothes for me
right,
now.
like he's like a celebrity kind of like.
You guys want to take a picture with Ant-Man?
I
You
was-
don't know who that is, do you?
she just said no. She doesn't want to take a picture of me.
Take the goddamn phone.
Take the goddamn phone. That was a great line.
One more joke, and it would have gone for too long.
Yeah.
It was great to end it with him be like, just take the goddamn phone. I was like, okay, end it right
Like
there.
Holt honestly felt, but he's like, they want to take pictures. I see him saying no. Stop it.
And then just awkward, Black Widow, Cap, or just what's happening.
Yeah.
But
And he's like, Hulk smash.
Do the dab.
oh, he's
God
trying to be
damn it.
relevant, but
Say
yeah,
green.
that was hilarious, and I was just like in shock. I was like, Professor Hulk, like,
And he had all that food around him. He made a burrito of sausage with his pancake.
Yeah, the Paul Bunyan.
What?
That's what it's called.
Paul Bunyan?
Paul Bunyan.
The more you know. Knowledge is power.
we learned something new today, guys. I love that scene because it was like the first moment where I was just like, oh my gosh, comic books. Like, it just felt like we were getting a little more nerdy.
Yeah.
Dude, if I could
Than
say
just,
it
like, in a
right
movie.
here and right now, this is the most comic book movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever. This felt like it was taken straight off of like a thick ass volume
Yeah.
They literally just
of like
took a
Infinity
picture
War.
and they're just like, we're going to make this into a scene and
Yeah.
we're going to make this into a
like
scene.
they plopped it down, the graphic novel itself, and they're like, this is our storyboard.
Yeah.
Let's run with it.
And that was,
What I really liked during that scene in the breakfast diner, whatever you want to call it, was that Bruce had kind of finally come to terms with what to do with the Hulk. He said, I've
Yeah.
been looking at it as a disease.
And
So-
that was a nice way of putting it.
Like, you know,
True.
I've like been bringing him out only when I need him. So like
Mm-hmm.
to just have the best of both worlds.
Right. And Hulk didn't like that,
Yeah.
being thought of so negative.
So like I think it's just a really nice balance.
Mm-hmm. And he could stop being angry.
Yeah.
Because before, like, we got that cool one-liner in Avengers when he turned back and said, I'm always angry. And he's finally at peace.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Also, I just feel like, you know, Hulk was just kind of like, you know, after getting his ass kicked by Thanos in Infinity War,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of really needed that, like, TLC from Banner.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, yeah. And it was, I think it was shown perfectly that when they went to that certain point in time and he needed to be angry and he was just like, I don't really want to do this. And he's just
yeah.
dragging himself through, throwing stuff and acting like Hulk. And he's not really doing it.
yeah.
He's like, boom, grr, Hulk smash. That was so funny. God, but that's a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
We're still in the first 20, 30 minutes of the
I
movie.
would say
Yeah.
like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So after he kind of just like jumps
Sorry.
on board.
I'm going to be babysitting you this whole time.
He kind of just jumps on board and he's like, okay, I'll help you guys. And that was kind of cool that like, I kind of thought also because like Hulk was like off doing his own thing that he was kind of be like Tony and be like, no, but
Well, that's how he's been like this whole time. He's just been on his own, and it's perfect for his character that he's finally changed.
Yeah.
He's at peace and he's okay being anywhere.
yeah. And so
Hulk is fucking funny in this movie too, and it's so weird just seeing him talk.
Well, I think it's like not so much Hulk, but just more so like Bruce Banner's always been like a witty guy.
Yeah,
And so like,
and that's what
and he's
kind
always been
of
held back
yeah.
and
because
that's
he
what
couldn't.
worries me now is that like his arm is damaged. Like
I think it could heal.
I hope it heal. Like I hope like he doesn't become like handicapped and like really can't do anything, and he
Right.
becomes like Q in James Bond, where he's just like always in a computer lab, and he's like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do this for you, and here's your special
Or if
gadgets."
anything, maybe he gets another movie or two, and then we get the Asian Hulk. I forgot his name, or She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
He's got to move on somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess from there we move on to testing it.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah.
Well, no, because
Tony has his little research moment,
Yeah.
and then we skip to that, which that was cool. I like how Tony was just like, it's not going to work, but run the numbers.
yeah,
And then it doesn't. He's just like, fuck.
he just like
I
kind of
have
like
to
sits
do
back
this
in
now.
disbelief. He's just like, I can't believe this is the one thing that'll
A
actually
part of
work.
me thinks he wishes that he didn't
Right.
do it. He was just like, damn it.
Yeah.
He's like, I just created time travel.
Well, because then he also like went to like Pepper later at the night. He's just like, "What you reading?" Oh, composting. How's that? I learned how to time travel, by the way. And it's just like you literally just started that conversation just to say that. But
Right. Oh, and
It was hilarious.
obviously this is where the 3000 comes in.
I love
Oh,
you,
yeah.
3000.
You know,
God.
his little daughter comes down. and-
Daughter is so witty too, and she's like, juice
Shit.
pops. Oh yeah. Shit. Don't say that. That's your mom's word. She coined it.
That's her favorite word. Yeah, and then they have little popsicles,
When she
and,
says juice pops, he's like, that's extortion.
yeah.
But I like it
and then
because she's a smart girl.
he says, "I love you," and she's like, "I love you 3000."
And he's just like, wow, 3,000.
Go to bed. I'm gonna sell all your toys.
It's
And then he just comes
He's a great
downstairs and he's
dad.
like, I don't want to make this a game or anything, but she said she loves me
Yeah.
3,000, and you're like the 60 to 90 range, so...
So perfect. I do love how Pepper was for the idea. I didn't want her to be just like her character in the first part.
Infinity War.
Where she's like, no, don't do it. We're good now. Don't go there. But like, yeah, it's a heavy toll. It's hard to ask. The possibility of losing your daughter. Trillions of lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was nice that she was like, do it.
Yeah.
And so then we cut to a goofy
And
scene.
she let it go to him. She was okay with any decision he made.
Yeah. But then we go to a goofy scene, which was fun because, you know, after you just, you know, this is where like kind of like the lighthearted stuff came in because,
Right.
you know, we're, the heroes are finally figuring out, oh, this is what we're going to do. And so they're like, oh, goofy scene. And AntMan is like, okay, let's go. And Hulk's like, I don't know. He might die. He might not. I don't know what's going on. And I was like, that's awesome.
You're joking, right? It's like, I don't know. It's either all jokes or they're not all jokes.
Right.
That's the only thing.
It's gonna work or not. And I thought that was like I didn't really know what was gonna happen when he like pooped back out.
Yeah.
And then he was just like little kid.
Yeah.
He comes back and just all the stones.
He's like,
What do you do?
that was easy.
Yeah. That was a fun sequence.
And then yeah.
What was that?
The baby.
The kid. I was trying to figure out what I remember him from. He's the kid in Brightburn.
That's him?
That's gonna be him.
Oh.
That's what he looked like, at least.
I'm gonna
Right.
shit my pants during that movie.
I'm so ready for Matt for
God
that
damn.
movie. And then I mean the joke was pretty funny when he was just like somebody
Peed
peed in my pants.
I don't know if it was old me or baby me. It might have been
baby.
me.
Yeah, me.
Who put pee in my pants?
And that was, you could just tell everybody was like, well, we have no idea what we're doing. We need
And
Tony.
then Tony comes up and he's like, "Oh, this is a paradox." And it was,
I love how, like,
Yeah, he was
like-
just like,
And
Ant-Man
that
turned
was-
into a
that
baby,
was
right?
The second time too.
Yeah,
it was
he
like
just-
the first time when they brought it up. He's like, there's this paradox, this thing.
I love how he just kind of comes up and he's just fucking zooming around the course and he just pulls up, overshoots it,
Backs up a
stops,
little bit.
backs up a little bit. Why the long face?
Is that the car?
Tony's back to himself. It was that moment that I was like, Tony's here.
Is that the car that was in the Super Bowl commercial that said it wasn't going to come out for like
The
5
e-tron,
years?
yeah.
That was it. I knew it. I
Audie's
knew that was
electric
that car. I knew it. Son of a bitch.
It makes sense.
Guess what? This movie takes place 5 years in the future. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
This man's got it.
So that means now all the movies technically take place in the future and they're not present.
Is this gonna be?
No, because they went back into the past. No?
They didn't, which is something in the movie that I'm confused about. They're still 5 years in the future.
Yeah, they're in the future because then Thanos
right.
comes to them. That's
Yeah.
why
What happened
Thanos
is
and everybody disappeared.
You have the 50%, the ones that survived, the ones that didn't. 5 years are the ones that survived, and the ones that didn't survive are in the past 5 years. And they just take them and just push them forward. Kind of like Scott. He only aged 5 hours in the 5 years. Which, why does it make sense that Peter Parker goes back to high school and everyone's the same age?
Do you know what he was doing with his hands? Because I really don't know what he was doing with that.
Yeah, that actually didn't make sense.
That's my problem. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, no, I do know what you're saying
Because Cassie's the same age.
Yeah.
She's older.
So
You could argue that Pete's friend.
when the snapping happened,
Yes,
it was 5 years ago,
correct.
and then they jumped 5 years into the future.
Uh-huh.
So that's when they reversed the snapping.
Right.
So everything that takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe from now on will be 5 years in the future, unless
Right.
for some reason we just get some other information.
And everyone that didn't survive is the same age as they were before the snapping. You got me?
Yeah. So like Iron Man,
Peter didn't
everybody-
age. Peter Quill didn't age. The Guardians didn't age.
but everybody else will
So
be
the
5
high school
years.
scene, half that high school shouldn't be in high school. I mean, you could argue that maybe half those kids aren't. Those are new kids. And Hank?
Yeah, how do you?
Is Hank his friend? Peter Parker's friend?
Ned?
Ned. You could argue Ned was in the snapping, which
I think he was.
So they implied that. So
no,
literally
I don't
half
think-
that high school has to lose some of their friends. They're like, oh, they graduated. They're in college now.
Actually, I don't think Ned was in the snapping because like he just
Did something come out about it?
no. I mean, like just like looking at his like facial expression, like he just kind of like
You're back.
was so happy to see Peter, and then he just kind of like started breaking down. Like
I
when
think
he
it
hugged
must
him.
be implied that he was in the snapping, maybe.
I don't think so though, because like you know,
I don't think
Peter-
Marvel would miss that detail. Though. I hope not.
I mean, I
Well,
just
no.
realized that the next movie to come out is Spider-Man, so they're probably going to explain it a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Spider-Man,
Then what are the odds that all of Peter's friends were snapped? So
That's
everyone
so
in that group were
convenient
snapped.
if they all were snapped.
But it
That's
was
so
also convenient that the Avengers stayed, and it was
I
also
know,
convenient that
I know,
all of
I know. It's convenient for
Hawkeye's
everything.
family died. There's a lot of things you got to let pass, but
Yeah.
Marvel, you're doing enough things right that things will pass.
Um,
Sorry, we were
Oh
interrupting.
yeah. So speaking of Spider-Man, I looked something up. Spider-Man: Far From Home was originally slated as the first film of Phase 4, but it was later changed to the last film of Phase 3.
What? Has it been confirmed that this is after Infinity War or before? I feel like it
Far
was
From Home,
Yeah.
I believe it's after.
Okay.
I would
why
love it
not?
to be before, just so Iron Man can be in it.
Right.
That would be nice.
Fuck. He's not in the movies. I'm sorry if I just peeked. I just realized that Iron Man's not going to be in any more movies. Anyways.
Spoilers.
This
Oh
is
wait,
what this-
we're in that section.
fucking this guy over
It's
here.
yeah, that was my biggest nitpick. I think not nitpick, but confusion.
What were we talking
I think we kind of cleared it up for ourselves that Ned was in the snapping.
I don't think he was.
You don't think so?
Well, no, because like Peter was just kind of like I
Here we
I
go
must have
again.
like blacked out because you were there 1 second, and then you weren't,
I mean, I assume they
And I was
explained
awake,
what happened.
and I was here, and then now I'm here in the battle, and then Ned kind of like was just like, oh my god, Peter, you're back, and they were like doing like their little handshake.
Either that, or I think it was like, we made it back. I'm glad you're okay. Also, he knows he's Spider-Man, so he's like, you were in that battle. I'm glad you're okay.
I think
definitely.
I'm with Matt. Ned had more of a face of like, holy shit, you're back.
Yeah.
Like, it
Like,
wasn't.
I don't think they could have missed that detail though. Marvel's messed some stuff up, but that's a pretty big detail to miss.
I think we just
Could you
gotta wait a
imagine
few
if-
months. We just gotta wait a few months, and we'll figure what's going
Can
on.
you imagine? They did fuck up the timeline before Spider-Man though.
Yeah, they did. Sony, what you doing? 8 years earlier.
Oh, I guess that is Sony's fault.
Anyways, we got on a long tangent.
Could you imagine if
what
Ned
were we
was older?
talking about?
Bro, instead of Spider-Man going to high school, he goes to like a college dorm, and it's older Ned.
I don't like that. I don't want an older Ned. That's weird.
And you see the Death Star hanging in the back, the Lego Death Star, as a callback. That would have been heartbreaking.
we're tangenting again.
Yes.
Have you listened to a podcast before? It's nothing but tangents.
But what were we talking
Listen to
about?
Nothing but podcasts.
How did we get here?
We were talking about time travel,
But, like-
babies, pee, and pants. We
Oh, I want to bring up the taco scene.
Why does everyone shit on Ant-Man? He was not having a good time.
Opens it up, just takes away the stuff, pushes it back down.
Dude, it was such an intricate...
It just looks up. Just everything. It just gets blown out.
Like, I knew where the joke was going. Like, once he had it like this, I was like, oh, it's going to get blown away.
I just can't get over the fucking how-to basic-esque unfolding. Nice and proper. Perfect taco. I'm going to put my cup right here.
That was hilarious. Definitely, like, top 3 of me for my favorite jokes. of the
And that
movie.
shit with War Machine fucking was spoiled for me, but it
What's
was
up,
still
regular
good.
size man?
That was like one of the best genuine surprise reactions I've seen, where he's just like,
And I love how Hulk just kind of comes in. And
"Fuck that."
I love how Hulk just kind of comes in and he's like, have some of my tacos. And he grabs like 2 out of the fucking
Like a
50
pinch of
that he has.
salt-sized 2 tacos.
Yeah. And then, like, he just kind of like, I'm like, oh, those are really small tacos. And he puts it in Ant-Man's hand, and I'm just like, no, those are regular sized tacos. Hulk's just
Let's
fucking
just
massive.
get 2 Chipotle-sized burritos just in his hands. Like, gotta shout out Chipotle since
And then
we ate that
Nebula's
before.
like, watch out for the really stupid man.
on the bench. You saw a fucking spaceship just casually fucking land.
Dude, that was hilarious. I love that bit. That was great.
I love Paul Rudd.
Oh yeah,
That man's like almost 50 and he still looks like he's in his late 20s.
I mean, David took a picture of him and he literally looks like a high school teacher in that photo. But shoot,
He can't catch a break. That man.
Here's one thing that I really love.
Just one thing about the movie?
Yeah, that their time travel suits were just like a little coat thing.
Yeah, that they easily just...
They just bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
It wasn't like their actual suit. That was awesome. I was really happy about that. Because, like, it made sense because they would stand out like a sore thumb if they all were just wearing those white suits the entire time.
Yeah.
When they time traveled. Oh, I love the montage when they realized they had to figure out where all the time stones were.
Oh, yeah,
Not the time stones, just the stones in general.
They were going through the timelines.
Yeah.
And I love how it's just like Natasha, it was like a fan moment where they're like, all the stones were in one place at one time.
Guys, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did we skip something?
Just like if we plan this right, we can get 3 stones.
No,
in one
guys.
It's like how convenient that
Guys,
almost half the stones were on the
Guys,
planet Earth.
Dude.
Thor. We completely
Oh my
skipped
God, yeah.
Thor.
Yeah, because like
It's been a long day and a long night, and it's
because Thor kind of sucks in this movie.
I loved it.
It was funny at first, but
I love the Lebowski reference.
oh yeah,
That was
it was
hilarious.
perfect. But like, why couldn't he have like a little like, I don't know, he's a god. Can't he just like, all right, I'm fine now.
No,
I just wish he could have done something about it.
I didn't mind it. I got it. Like, he was so cocky and confident throughout all these movies.
No, yeah, I understand the
And
reasoning behind it.
He, even though like he really didn't win, he thought like he knew he really didn't win. He was just like, screw it, whatever. And then he just like kind of gave up and just played
Drank
Fortnite
all the beer he could.
and played Fortnite and just
Had to throw Fortnite in.
became a stoner. And
Also, the return of Meeg and Korg.
Oh, yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was great.
Fucking Meeg.
I can see how people could be pissed that Thor like kind of was fat and lazy.
Like Thor is a lot of people's favorite hero, and seeing him past his prime, or not past his prime, but let go.
But it's just it
That's like seeing Tony all skinny for the whole movie. I'd be let down.
it just like at first it was very daunting, but then during the movie, especially like when he like got to talk to his mom and stuff, I was like, okay, so Thor is finally coming back to his normal
He's getting
self.
closure.
Yeah, and so like it like at first it
Thor's
was
having
funny.
a weird identity crisis.
That's what I kind of like, is that he's lost.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's at the end of the movie, he's still kind of lost because
Yeah, because like you said, he doesn't have a path.
he's
The first time in 1,500 years, he doesn't have a path.
he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't like pretty much his entire family is dead. I'm glad that like
Loki didn't find a way to come back.
Loki is
Yeah.
gone.
Thor 15, he comes back.
So, I wasn't disappointed. I just thought it was hilarious. Like when I first saw him, I was like, yes, this is what I wanted. Because like when Greg
Using Stormbreaker as a bottle opener.
when they meet
Goddamn.
Valkyrie and they're all working, and I was like, oh, this is a cute little town.
I thought it was really cool because they called it New
As-
Asgard.
yep.
And
Yeah.
I thought, and like, they were like talking, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So like Thor kind of just like took over this town. But no, it was like a literal settlement of the, like the rest of the Asgardians.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how the
Yeah, it
fuck
took me a
did they,
second to get
how
that.
did they get from either the ship or Asgard?
Right?
Like, were they just another ship or something? And like, that was like the last ship that Thor was on?
Mhm.
Kind of a little thing you just have to like.
No, I mean, I'm fine with that. It
Yeah.
was just,
I
that
think
was
the theory was that like half the ship broke and Thanos killed the one that we saw in Infinity War,
that's what I thought too.
or
yeah.
escape pods.
Because
And maybe Thor was like, I only know of on one other planet.
clearly
Go there.
they didn't know how much fan service Krog and Valkyrie were going to pull
Right.
when they filmed that scene. Like,
Mhm.
they probably weren't even characters yet. And so if you took those two characters out of the movie, then it kind of like New Asgard kind of makes sense. But then you have those two characters in the movie and you're just like, where were you guys?
Yeah.
Like, where'd you go in that ship?
God,
that
it was so
kinda
nice
blew
seeing
up?
Tessa Thompson again.
It's just it's funny, like at the end when you see them both together and you're like, you guys are gonna be in another movie together in like 2 months. That's
The
interesting.
chemistry's already there, so they're like perfect casting. And Chris had to slim down for that role.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't look as big. He's just fit.
Maybe that's why they kind of like went with like a fatter Thor,
The
just so that way he
juxtaposition.
could just be like, you don't have to work out as much. You can just
But he still got them
Relax.
arms, though. He still got them arms.
Yeah, he's tall. He's a tall dude.
He's a big boy.
I mean, I don't know. I liked Thor.
He's a big boy.
I'll fucking hate you.
I liked his long hair and his beard.
God,
and-
when he got his shot and it was braided.
Oh yeah. Also, I love the beer he was drinking. When he asked the Avengers, "What beer do you have?" He's holding a Tropicalia from Creature Comforts, which is in Athens, Georgia.
Oh.
It's a very good beer, and I noticed the can because it's like a bright orange can. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the one that looked like a LaCroix can?
Yeah, that's a Tropicalia.
What was the online kid's name that he had to have a talking to?
Oh,
Noob something.
Noob Slayer 69. Something like that.
Yeah.
And Krog's like, Thor, can you talk to Noob Slayer 69 again? Noob 69. Good. Blah, blah, blah. Have a good day.
Honestly, like,
Thank you,
I will
Thor.
fly down to your basement and kick you in the butt.
no, he said, "I'll rip off your arms and shove them up your
Oh,
butt."
that's what he said.
And I was just like,
Good day. Damn, Thor.
I mean, good for you, but also like, fuck that kid. Like, you really gonna run away and cry from that? Modern Warfare 2 days, you guys would not have lasted.
Listen, Matt. 5 years have gone by. This kid could have lost his whole family besides his dad.
Also, how the fuck
a
is
little
Fortnite
fragile.
still relevant 5 years later?
What?
Real
Fortnite is
question.
relevant 5 years later? I'm calling bullshit, Marvel.
I hope not.
Yo, they have to plug the new Marvel crossover with Fortnite. Could you imagine if the chick was like carrying a shield
I feel like that's what it's gonna be.
and they were just like, What? That's not in the game.
So now
But then
that
again,
we
nobody plays Fortnite anymore.
now that we
Fight me.
talked about Thor, we can fast forward to the monologue, like the montage of them figuring everything out. Because I loved Thor's bit when he's talking about the reality stone,
yeah.
and he's like, actually, it wasn't really a stone; it's more of a liquid. And then like he just pretty much sums up how ridiculous the Dark World like storyline was.
We used to be a thing.
Yeah, and then that's when like Tony's like, okay, it's over.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not done yet.
Or when he's like, I think he's asleep. I think he's dead.
Oh, that's great.
And the music changed to like something jazzy. It was so good. I think he's dead. Don Cheadle was great in this movie.
Dude, War Machine, like he
He's
got
very underrated, in my opinion.
I will say, I think he disappeared in the final fight. I don't really remember him.
No,
Which is a crime because he had a different suit on.
No, I think we did see him, and well, I mean, we didn't see him like fighting as much,
Right.
but we did see them, or I did see him in the charge because he had the Iron
Right.
Patriot
It
paint
was
on.
the Iron Patriot and it was big.
Yeah, it was bulky.
Like the shoulders were huge.
It's
Like
just
I'm
I
talking
feel
like
like
Samus
after
Aran sized.
Yeah,
It's huge.
after that like money shot, I think he like disappeared until like Tony died, and then he
Right.
showed up, and like he showed up, and I was like, oh dude, where were you? Like there was like a battle going on. I didn't see you at all. Like
Because maybe he got a new suit because he had the War Machine one on, and then he said what canary. That must be like his safe word to get out of the suit.
yeah, canopy.
Yeah. Which
yeah, he probably got
I'm
a
sure
new
that's
suit
an
because that
Easter
suit
egg.
is ruined.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that's an Easter egg for anyone in the Air Force. That probably means something. Like over the intercom, if you say
If
canopy.
you're in the Air Force, comment below. Let us know.
What does canopy mean?
Also,
Even
thank
though-
you for your service.
No way. Tony?
I'm not laughing at your service. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I was laughing at the
Caleb
moment.
is
when-
an asshole.
No, if you watch the movie, you would know that someone says thank you for your service, and it's a funny scene. Thank you for your service. In this country.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there you
Yeah.
go.
Matt doesn't get it.
I'm blanking.
Tony is dead.
Right over his head.
Howard Stark.
Oh yeah. Also,
my-
like,
And that was a perfect parallel to Spider-Man.
once,
yeah.
once we get over to that, I want to talk about something.
Fair enough.
Dude,
well,
the bongos. We just get in the cube. Oh, the bongos are amazing.
so they figure out where all the stones are, and they pinpoint 3 locations, and they're pretty much like, all right, guys, let's do this.
Yeah, they're ready to go. And of course, there's ScarJo. Had to realize that 3 stones were in New York at one point in time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Small world.
Yeah.
And so you pretty much get the OG group going to New York plus Ant-Man. You get Black Widow and Hawkeye, War Machine and Nebula going to the 2 planets.
Everything would have been fine if they just like, you know what, Nebula, come to New York. Totally done. Or maybe would
That defeats the point of the movie.
you know what? I'd be okay with it.
I feel like no matter what.
I feel like if they're in New York,
no matter
at
what,
a different time.
Just because
like
just because like they're kind of both like robots, like they both like have.
It was confusing at first how it worked, but I think when Ebony Maw explained
that they were on like the same
network,
wavelength.
She was on her own network, so when there's another one of the same coordination, they would just instantly sync up.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was an interesting time travel thing that was totally original.
I liked when Cap was giving the pep talk and Rocket was like, "Damn, he's good at that."
Scott's just like, "Yeah, I know."
I kind of was hoping he would say Avengers Assemble, but
Captain Steve America Rogers.
I was hoping he was going to say Avengers Assemble, but
It paid off.
It paid off.
It fucking
we got it, but I was kind of like, oh, he just said, "Let's go," and I was like, no, that's not what you're supposed to say.
Right.
I feel like it would have been the wrong time for it, anyways.
Yeah. It paid off.
At the time, it would have worked.
Since we saw it in the trailer, that last trailer, I thought the hands in.
Yeah, like it just felt like
there
that
was
was
so much
it.
shit that they had to fix too, because they had to remove the bands too.
Kind
of sucks that they had that whole like, we only have this amount of pin particles left. So I was just like freaking out that whole time. I was like, who's not gonna make it back?
Yeah, who's gonna get stuck?
Fuck up?
But nobody really fucked up, which is nice.
And this is still 40 minutes into the movie.
They kind of. Oh, actually, I just thought of something. There was a fuck up. I'm gonna jump forward a little bit. But when the Tesseract got knocked onto the floor and Loki picked it up and just disappeared, and then that was the point where they were just like, we got to go back farther to get more pin particles and to get the Tesseract. I don't know. That was just kind of weird because like they kind of just totally bypassed Loki just disappearing.
That's not gonna go anywhere, right?
I don't think so, because I think that kind of just eliminates that.
Their whole idea of
I totally forgot that Loki
is
just
so different.
Like Loki like literally just disappeared.
Because I think the way that they have time travel work is kind of like Ocarina of Time, where you got your one timeline, and when you go backwards, you create a new timeline.
Okay. Have you played Ocarina of Time?
No.
Okay, cool. Me neither.
Well, neither have I, but I know exactly what's going on.
Says the one who was on fun, like a fucking switch.
But so now there's a third timeline with Loki just wreaking fucking havoc with the Tesseract.
Well, no, because it's like Banner said when he was talking to the Supreme Sorceress. Also, Tilda Swinton coming back, that was fucking amazing.
They kept a lot of shit under wraps.
Yeah.
Dude.
Everyone came back.
Like when Robert Redford showed up for that like little like 1 minute scene, I was just like, dude, how did you get him back?
Dude, Rocket Raccoon going after the booty.
Oh my god, we're a little far. We
Okay.
got reel
You
back a little bit.
started this.
Okay,
sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, you said it wouldn't work out. The third timeline.
Oh, because when Bruce Banner was talking to Tilda Swinton,
Right.
and she was like, you know, if you take the stone away, it's going to create like an alternate dimension.
Right.
But if you take the stones back to the
Okay, so
point,
maybe that closed the loop.
Yeah. So Loki wreaking havoc might have happened for like 30 minutes, and then he might have just disappeared.
So
the third timeline was there, but it just got cut off.
and that's what the miniseries is going to be on Disney Plus coming out this November.
What if the stones were never returned?
It is gonna be. What did you say?
What if the stones were never returned? The animated series.
What if the stones were all made up?
Anyways, guys,
And Ant-Man is in Thanos' ass as we speak.
Oh my god.
let's talk now. So
Let's talk.
they all.
Fuck. Totally off topic. Sorry, the NFL draft is going on right now.
Oh my
or it did go on.
So they all split off and they go into their different little worlds, their own timelines, and we go to New York. They show us that money shot again of OG Avengers, and then camera kind of goes a little way to a back alley. Bloop, there they are, and I love the part because like the Hulk's just smashing the car, and then like
He just goes fucking ham on that one dude.
and then Professor Hulk's just like so embarrassed. I thought that was great.
I just
That
love
was
how
so fucking funny.
I just love how the Hulk just slams him with the car a whole bunch of times, takes the tire, throws it on the car, and then just starts jumping on the car. It was just fucking hilarious.
That was great. And then he was like, you gotta pretend like you're Hulk, and he's just like, ah.
I don't know why they made him pretend. Like, was it just so that he could like blend in?
Kind of.
Yep.
Probably. If somebody saw him, like,
Get in the groove.
That's weird. I feel like if somebody just kind of like saw the Hulk walking past, they'd just be like,
yo, it was so cool. Like when he showed up to Doctor Strange's place, and like I was just like, this doesn't make any sense because like Doctor Strange like isn't Doctor Strange yet. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Tilda Swinton, like that makes sense. She was like,
and she knew that Strange was going to be the Sorcerer Supreme
Because she could just like, boop.
Well, I know, but that's still just like, that was really
And it
cool.
was just
so
cool
like she
seeing,
probably
like,
knew that she
what
was gonna die. Like I've only seen Doctor Strange once.
Dude, when you have the
so-
time stone, you have to be okay with fucking anything. Like when Doctor Strange said later on, if I tell you how this ends, it won't end that way.
I also
That's
just,
how knowing the future works.
I also just really liked that he was like, well, like Tilda Swinton's character was just so hesitant to give Bruce the time stone, and then finally Bruce was just like, well, Doctor Strange gave away the time stone. She's like,
Oh, like that changed everything.
yeah.
And when she felt hurt at first. She's like, he's supposed to be the best of us.
Yeah.
But then
He must have done it for a reason.
I was like, she's like, well, then yeah. He
At
must have
first, it
done
seemed like she like was wrong, like made the wrong pick. But then she's like, nope, he must be right.
I like that she pushed Bruce out.
Yeah.
And you got a little Bruce because I was hoping we were going to get to see actual Mark Ruffalo for a minute.
Yeah.
Because that's like the one thing that's like sad now is like, oh, like we're
Not gonna
never
see
we're,
Mark
we're
as
not
much?
we're never going to see Mark anymore. Really, we're
Good
just
old
gonna
Marky
see
Mark.
his CGI face on a green giant. But
On a green giant butt?
goodbye, everybody.
It just was really nice seeing like, oh, she was defending the Sanctorum during that. It was just nice seeing her.
And it makes sense
Yeah.
that like she was
her
like,
own thing.
I'm not going to go fly out there and help. I'm just going to stay where I am.
She has one job.
Yeah, so it makes sense. It literally, like, I saw that and I was like, makes sense. I know I
Yep.
just said makes sense like 5 times in 30 seconds, but it makes
Makes
sense.
That's 6 times in 30 seconds.
And then, I loved the, like, after celebration when, you know, they arrest Loki and, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. comes in and they're, like, you know, like, they just, like, start pouring drinks. I loved that.
They had fucking like Rumlow and the bald dude, the Egyptian. I'm just gonna assume he's Egyptian or something. I don't know. He looks Egyptian.
Dude,
The guy
like,
with glasses?
yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that was like,
Yeah.
Dude, when that shit was so insane. Just seeing him come up when Crossbones is coming in. It was, ooh.
Well, it just like it was so cool because like I think you told me you're like this is a comic book, like this is like every like Marvel movie kind
Like when
of
you're just reading a
feels like
comic
a
book.
movie.
Yeah.
And like, oh shit, Wolverine just came in. This is an X-Men comic, but okay.
Like every Marvel movie has just kind of felt like a movie. Even like the Avengers movies have kind of just felt like
They
movies.
felt like adaptations, while this just felt like...
This felt like a comic because you just like literally Robert Redford, like an A-list actor, just shows up for a minute and you're just like, what? Like
I really liked how they brought in characters from like movies in the future, and they just were like, these guys were here, you just haven't seen them yet.
right? Like,
Yeah. Like, it's just this whole, like, other side of the coin. What was going on? And, like, what happened immediately after Avengers? How did they go about taking...
because it
or,
goes
like, the
from
logistics were like, we're taking Loki. He's like, no. I've got it. We're arresting him. He's like,
Yeah.
no, he has to pay for his crimes here first.
Yeah.
because
Oh my
it's
God.
like because like you know we get that shot where all the Avengers are looking down at Loki and then like I'm not mistaken, I haven't seen the Avengers in a while. The next shot is like when they are like in Central Park or whatever, and like they kind of like disappear and like they go back to Asgard. So like we didn't get to see that them going down the elevator and Hulk like I don't want to go down the stairs.
And he's
Also-
like, no. Burn.
Also, we just like kind of like saw like in like the first Avengers, we just kind of like saw Loki with like his little like mouth guard. But then in this movie,
That's what I
we
was
just see
laughing
Captain
at.
just walk past.
Meet me down the lobby. Meet me down the lobby.
And then bloop.
Yeah. I thought that was just really fucking funny because it was just like,
Loki's
Oh,
so fucking
dude,
funny.
when he was just like, man, Cap, your ass is not
That's
flattering.
America's ass. That is America's ass.
Yeah, I knew when this was happening, I was like, this is great. But then, like, I kind of realized, like, when they got downstairs and, like, were having that altercation, I was like, shit. we're having too much of a good time right now.
Right?
I was like, something is about to happen that's gonna like kind of put some conflict into the plot. 'Cause this is too much fun. And
it was just nice seeing, like, Loki seeing the case. That was like the first consequence. I was like, oh shit, they noticed what's going on.
But it was just Loki.
And then how is that going to affect everything? And then boom, smacked in the face by Hulk. Take the stairs, Hulk don't like stairs.
I also like how Avengers won Tony Stark. Like, you know, his heart kind of like failed, and they're like, we need a medic. And like, Endgame Tony Stark was just like, he needs a medic.
Yeah, somebody help him. Dude, fucking, I don't know if this is going to work. Thor's hammer and just
yeah, he's just like, I didn't know if it was gonna work. I'm so happy.
And then Tony's like, you fucking did that. No.
It was all great. And then like we talked about it, Loki just disappears, and they were like,
shit,
that one's gone. So that kind of sucks. Then we cut to Cap.
Before that though, the elevator scene.
Oh yeah, I legit thought we were gonna get the scene again. Like
I did too, because like it started off with the dude, the bald or the blonde dude in the front, kind of like taking up his like
put his hand on the gun.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it coming.
I didn't.
I didn't see it coming until like he kind of leaned in.
Is that?
And I was like, no way, he's gonna say it, and then he does, and I like literally. Like,
dude, I think that was the biggest fan service moment besides the ending.
Yeah,
because that comic came out 2 or 3 years ago.
Secret Empire, yeah.
Yep, and that panel, that infamous panel of Captain America saying "Hail Hydra"
before he jumps out the helicopter or something. Yeah.
And like it's fan service, but it still works, you know.
Oh yeah, just because I say it's fan service doesn't mean it's flawed.
It's not bad.
There's good and bad fan service.
Because they're like, shit, he knows. Like we're secretly Hydra, and
he's with us.
Yeah, and Crossbones is like, wow.
Maybe they're just like, wow, that plan actually worked. And he is Hydra now.
And then he's, he just picks it up. He starts walking, and then he just sees another douchey-looking self with the cap on. And he's like, oh, no.
Oh, my God. And he's like, I could do this all day. Yeah.
Dude, that was hilarious. Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite things about this movie was the fact that, like, they had so many just callbacks. It was like fourth wall breaks, but, like, not fourth wall breaks. You know what I'm saying?
We were having a fourth wall break with Tony's speech, which I thought was perfect. Because I thought it sounded like he was talking to the audience when he was talking to his daughter and everyone else. Sorry, back to that. Fourth wall breaks.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, we just had a lot of just, like, moments where people would just say, like, these, like, really catchy things that just kind of stood out in the other movies. And you're just like, I understood that reference.
I have to accept that.
And that little fight was intense. It was a cool building that they fought in and, like, falling down all those flights.
The fight with him and the Nebula fight
would have affected.
Especially with I was expecting with the Captain America fight that Cap would be much stronger or more experienced, so he'd be able to take himself out easier.
Because he's still fighting himself,
but he's got a lot more experience under his belt. He's been through Civil War, Winter Soldier, and Infinity War. He's got to have a little more combat experience.
He's probably trying to go a little easier because he's like, this is my younger self. I don't want to hurt myself like later on. But like they fall down some flights, dude, and like eat shit, and then he just, like we mentioned, he's just like
brutal.
That's America's ass, and just walks off.
Bucky's alive.
And he's just,
I thought for a second he wasn't gonna explain it. It was like, nope.
Yeah, he's just like, Bucky's alive. I'm from the future.
Which that's kind of. For the most morally strict person in the MCU, for him to do a cheap shot like that, it's kind of a big thing.
Well,
I mean, he kind of...
Cap's not really a below-the-belt kind of guy.
Well, Cap kind of just broke all his rules because he was that desperate. Like,
he's got to do what he's got to do.
So that was great. And then they get back to the car.
I love that they're just chilling in the car.
Yeah.
Hey, Cap.
He's like, I got punched by a Hulk. Like, I am angry right now. Were you guys kind of confused when, like, I know it was kind of for joke, like when they were kind of like, when Tony and Cap were talking and like pretty much Paul Rudd was the audience where they were like,
yeah, what are you talking about?
We're going there. We're doing that. Yeah, you sure? I'm like, going where? Doing what? I'm so lost right now.
Scott was just like, what? What are you guys doing? Where? Huh? Who? And I was just like,
I want to go. Me. Pick me. Let me go. Let me go with you guys. I want to be a part of the team.
Captain Steve, America.
Rogers.
Captain Paul. Oh, we get a captain in this movie, but back to that later.
Oh my god! Literally, how many times have we said back to that later?
The part 2 of the podcast.
And then they leave.
Uh-huh.
They go somewhere else, but we'll jump back there.
Does that summarize New York?
I think it does.
Anything else?
It just makes me love Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to watch the first Avengers now.
Yeah.
I just want to watch.
You don't like Avengers?
I hate Cap's suit.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
It's so bad.
Hey, at least we only
look
saw
up
him with the helmet on a
1990s
little
movie
bit.
and tell me that's not bad.
Yeah, let's not. Anyway, let's take this moment to do a quick break. Let the camera calm down a little bit. We'll be right back to you guys in literally a second.
Hello, everybody.
Took a little break, literally like less than a minute, and we're
Feeling
gonna
great.
jump right into Black Widow, Hawkeye, Nebula, War Machine. They're going to the opening scene of Guardians 1.
Morag?
Morag?
Yeah, Morag or something like
Morag.
that.
Mordor?
Vormir?
Purple Mordor.
Mordor. Yep. Middle Earth.
And Vormir.
And
Morag, yeah.
they
You're right.
drop off War Machine and Nebula, and we kind of leave them for a minute, and they go do their thing. And I guess we'll talk about
A weird combination at first, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
The cyborg and the dude that's kind of a cyborg.
Yeah. Because they kind of relate to each other.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Nebula and War Machine first,
Uh-huh.
because
I thought it was really interesting how she was like, War Machine was just kind of like, where do we go from here? And she's like, well, we probably should take cover first because we're not the only ones looking for the
Yeah.
stone.
that was intense.
That was cool. And then it cuts to, it was kind of cool seeing Gamora like and Nebula working for Thanos and like just killing people trying to find out the stones. And I was like,
Yeah.
we didn't really get to see that in Guardians. Like,
Gamora looking fucking ruthless.
yeah, it was kind of cool, like seeing her
Haven't
evil
seen her
side,
like
even
that
though she
since-
wasn't like really evil.
Yeah, I forgot like how she actually turned to the better side
Mm-hmm.
in Guardians because I don't think I've seen that ever since it came out. So, yeah, I mean, just to see her fighting alongside Nebula and working
crazy.
for Thanos was just it was something.
And then
Nebula was such a bitch.
oh my god, yeah, she
Hated
was
her.
so, yeah,
It's
she
just
Her
was,
past self.
Yeah.
she was really a bitch in the first movie and kind of in the second, but I will say she really made me enjoy her in this movie.
Yeah.
Nebula?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you need to, because it seems like she's going to be a Guardian now.
Right.
So,
She's going to be a cornerstone.
and we're reintroduced to kind of a new Thanos, you know, not the one that we knew, but this is a previous one that
Watered
was,
down Thanos.
yeah, that was kind of like in the background. We get to really see what he was trying to do, which was really cool.
And he recognized the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is weird.
I was, yeah.
I think the timeline matches up.
Yeah, where he was... When
He
like,
would have failed. Loki failed him, so
mhm,
he would
he's
recognize
like,
them.
the Avengers. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I really didn't think anything of it because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm watching Endgame. But
Guys, we watched Endgame.
we talked about it earlier. I was wondering how Thanos was going to figure it out. Because
Right.
I was just like, how is he going to know what they're doing? And it was Nebula. And I thought that was really cool that, like, they're both...
That was a nice hole that they found. Loophole.
Mhm. I don't think... were there any theories out there about that? That, like, Nebula was the one that was going to spoil it with... Indirectly,
I
like,
know there were
not her really
A
trying
few
to spoil
theories
it.
that she was going to turn on them, which in a way was true.
I mean, not really.
Not...
But it being Nebula.
Yeah,
I'm saying
it wasn't
she didn't turn on them, but it was still
purposely
Nebula.
her fault.
Right.
But she was the one that...
I still liked our little thing where we thought they'd go back in time, take a stone, and then in the present, Thanos would see his
Yeah.
stone go away. And he's like, oh, no, I gotta put an end to that. And does something.
And so...
But no, he dies.
Oh, I loved Star-Lord's scene. And then, like, it cuts to them watching, and you just hear him singing, and I was just... It was
Where
like,
he just kind of turns to Nebula and he's like, so he's an idiot. Yeah.
That's, like, the best... So, he's an idiot. Pretty much.
And he just turns around and just gets fucking clocked in the head by War Machine and just lights out.
Right, that was great. And they go in there, and, like... How does...
Dude, you're getting smacked in the head with just all metal.
How
like-
does Star-Lord deactivate it in Guardians?
I thought about that too, because like
Because Nebula, like, pretty much destroyed her arm trying to get
I think
it.
he just did some like weird trick where he just used a gadget to get it
Yeah,
off.
because I was just like, ow, 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 stop it, pull it out already. Like,
Creepy bonding moment.
yeah, it's like I said, it's been a while since I've seen Guardians.
Nebula just takes her bony finger and just
and
Weird sexual tension.
They they get it, and they're like, all right, let's sync up.
Yep.
And they do it, and then she tweaks out right there.
Yeah.
I was like, no. I was like, this is it.
God damn it.
Like, this is what's happening.
It's like, how? And they explain it. It's like, God damn it.
And then she tries to escape, but they capture her.
Uh-huh.
And
I feel like in the ship, she could still be like, all right, out of here. I
yeah.
don't know.
What was the significance of them syncing up?
Right? Because people that were by themselves, I assume Hulk was able to get back by himself.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just do that.
But,
Maybe it was just so that they jumped, they arrive at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So then she gets captured. Thanos figures out where they're going, and he then realizes that like Nebula was like, "You're like, oh, you're gonna betray me, bitch! Like, I don't trust you."
Which he should also know that he just totally skipped over the part that Gamora turns on him too.
Well,
yeah.
I don't think he.
Well, I guess he doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, because Gamora was already dead at that point.
I'm just saying he saw everything. So he should have seen that she was going to go against him.
I think he was implied that he saw everything that. Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. Because I was about to say, like, I think it was implied that, like, he saw everything that Nebula saw, but
Nebula saw at one point that Gamora was not on Thanos' side.
yeah,
Or maybe first. No, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, there was stuff about going against Thanos. I don't know. Just a whatever. Little pothole. Doesn't matter.
And
if it's true.
Then Thanos is like, all right, I guess we're going to have to figure out a way to, go into their time and screw them over.
God, so weird. That was just little itty bitty Serenity. Itty bitty bitty.
And then this is when I knew shit was going to hit the fan. When we end up back on Vormir, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I, lean over
Shit.
to Matt, and I'm just like, fuck. Like,
Who's it going to be?
I was like, one of them's going. And
I thought they would kind of recognize Red Skull, but I guess
They never had any encounter with him.
I was gonna say history book wise. Did it ever come out that Hitler was Red Skull or not Hitler?
I was
That
like,
fucking general was Red Skull.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe they just covered that up because I thought that would have been cool if Hawkeye was like, oh shit, that's like World War II Red
One little
Skull.
thing that just kind of slid by was when they were in the ship jumping in the portals and stuff. Hawkeye just kind of looked over and was smiling. He's like, "We're a long way from Budapest," and I just still want to know what the hell happened in Budapest.
Maybe
For it to be
that's
a
what
long
the Black Widow movie is gonna be about.
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting.
Is that where she's from? Or
Well,
her
I
first
feel like-
mission? Is that what the Black Widow movie's gonna end on? Is her meeting Hawkeye, young Hawkeye?
That'd be cool.
She leaves the assassin group and joins S.H.I.E.L.D. and she's like, we got you, or hey, partner, we got a rookie for you. And Hawkeye turns around and he's like, rookie?
Yep.
Little young ScarJo.
That
That
but
looks
then
like regular ScarJo.
they get to the sacrifice altar and they realize what they have to do, and then they're both like,
We thought we were going to get a sweet moment where he just walks off the edge and he's like, nope, they got to fight about it.
I like how they were just
A nice callback to Avengers.
I like how they were both just talking I don't really know how to put it into words.
well, they both were just like, we know who it has to be.
Yeah.
And then Hawkeye's like, maybe we don't.
Yeah.
I think we're thinking of the wrong people, and then they just kind of look at each other, and Hawkeye's just like,
He
They
just
have their sweet little
totally
moment.
trips her.
yeah,
And then she turns over and
Dude,
shocks her.
even before that, we have every boy girl relationship we see in movies 95% of the time, 99, it's a love interest. This is a fantastic friendship.
this
Yeah.
is a close.
Yeah,
They are
brother and
best
sister.
friends.
Yeah.
And
and we got that sweet little
was
forehead touch.
so
I would have
hard.
loved a hug, but that was just as sweet.
I thought they were gonna kiss, and I was like, no, don't do
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was scared of. I was like, don't muddy the fucking water.
It was just so hard seeing them fight each other, kind of they both were trying to die to save the other,
Yeah,
and at the very last second I kind of thought it was going to be Hawkeye. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he took the
like-
full leap.
and then Natasha's like, not today, and he's holding on to her wrist, and I was like, this is it.
Fuck.
This is you have there's no turning back, and he's holding on to the wire, and he drops, and he gives a damn good performance.
The way that she said, "Just let me go," that really got to me. Like, she was just like, "I've come to terms with this. This is what needs to be done. You need to go back. I need to die."
And it's just so nice that it's literally from each perspective. It's like a demon fighting a demon. Like, Natasha hates her past, and Hawkeye hates what he's done recently because of what he's lost.
Mm-hmm.
And so both feel like this is what they need to do to retribute what they've done.
And it was hard because, like, I knew when she died, I was like, fuck, she's dead.
Yeah.
The
Like,
blood behind it. That was good just from a symbolism standpoint. Just the puddle of blood and her red hair.
Yeah.
The scarlet red.
that was hard. And then it was cool. I was hoping we were gonna get the same thing with like Thanos, like when Hawkeye woke up in like the water and like and got the Soul Stone. I was like, dang.
I was getting the feeling that like Thanos is going to come intercept them. I didn't really like the tone of it, but it was still.
I did like that
very
Thanos was just
intense.
kind of like he was just kind of waiting. He was like he was gonna wait for
He
my
wasn't
moment.
going to try to intercept anything. He's like, nope,
he's
go
like,
here.
bring them to me.
I remember in the trailer
I'm gonna
when we
wait.
saw his ship kind of like just approaching
Going
through
through the clouds.
I thought that was going to be on Vormir,
Dope.
but
We got it on.
That was for
Red.
something else.
No.
Earth.
Yeah.
Was that Earth?
Yeah. Now let's talk about.
No, it was on Morag. We saw the Serenity going through the clouds, and then he beamed her up. The ship just fucking blew up through the Earth,
Oh, that's right.
and then it just sat there. We saw him enter the atmosphere of Morag, and then beam the ship up.
So let's talk
I was
about
hoping it was, like,
those
fucking destruction smoke.
1970s.
We're gonna skip Thor. Save that for last.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a fun sequence. I felt like that was like the heistiest moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back
it
in the
was
70s.
kind of like.
God, motherfucking.
Helen from Drake and Josh.
That is not my job. Not doing her fucking job and ratting him out.
First, Stanley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice
The
cameo.
cameo with that beautiful brown hair.
Right? Showing like a nice young one. He looked young. And he was-
That's
is
the way
that
that
what he looked like?
He'll live forever young.
Yep.
Yep. Make love, not war.
And then we get on base and they're in the elevator.
Cool looking Cap and Dr. Stark.
Yep, and they go do their own thing, and Cap. You could totally tell Cap is like out of his element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tony's just totally chill, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this," and Cap's just like,
And he's the one that almost got him ratted out.
right. And I did not see Howard at all showing
Yeah.
up.
Neither did I.
That was-
nor Peggy.
Yeah.
Peggy. I wonder
On each
if
end.
Cap didn't see Peggy, if he would have changed his mind at the very end of the
Right.
movie. I
I think
think
that was it.
I think him seeing her, he was like,
It's
"Fuck, I
still
love
so
you."
weird. That's the same Cap that made out with his niece. Her niece.
Yeah, they dropped that storyline like a bad habit.
Yeah, she.
That was
That-
not
that's
needed.
fine. We don't need
She
to talk
disappeared.
About
Yeah.
that. We don't need to talk about it.
Did they just not want to bring her character back? That
Yeah,
actress back?
We don't need to talk about
they
it.
literally dropped her. She
We
But,
don't
like-
need to talk about it.
But
Moving forward, we're in the 1970s now.
Emily Van Camp, though.
We're in the 1970s. She's
so
so
you
pretty.
remember her on The Residence?
So pretty. Yeah, it's because you didn't get
We're
to see her in
talking about
person.
Endgame.
You didn't get to see Emily Van Camp in person.
She was bae.
She was bae.
Anyways,
She could also be Captain Marvel.
now we're back on.
The
to
Academy
1970s.
Award-winning actress as Captain Marvel was pretty good.
I did love the spy music, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
dude, when it was on Robert Downey, we had some dope-ass bongos, and I was fucking jiving to it.
and he gets it, pops it in, and then I could see like it was kind of blurry, but I was like,
It
"That's
was so
Howard."
cool
Yeah.
that when he was cutting into the vault, how it like blacked out, and you saw just that, and the lights turned back on. That was really neat, and then just boop,
Why sauerkraut?
right? I feel like that was a callback to one of the Iron Man
Something-
movies. I'm
yeah.
sure he was like, and then on anniversaries, had flowers and sauerkraut.
Yeah. And they were.
And I just love how it kind of felt that like Tony turned into Spider-Man in his awkwardness, especially with like the hug at the end.
Well,
he-
because like that's what I wanted to talk about actually.
Yeah, I was about to mention that you were wanting to talk about this.
Itching.
The last time he saw his parents, they were kind of like at a disagreement.
Yeah.
Oh, that flashback scene, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that
And
terrible
so-
CGI flashback.
Yeah. And so like he Howard
Left on a bad note.
Yeah, but and then like though in the 1970s, I believe it was, after Tony hugged Howard that Howard said this. He's like, he's not even born yet, but there's nothing I want to do for him. And you kind of just saw Tony be like, Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
And it was just a good moment that Tony already kind of learned that he was hard on him, but now that he's not bitter about it anymore, he realizes all the good things that he did.
Yeah.
And that's why he only remembers the good times.
And then
Fucking
Cap
And
seeing
of course,
Peggy.
another parent moment.
That was very sweet and touching, and I do believe that that is the reason why he chose to stay. But also, how the fuck did she not see him
Right?
through those
He
windows?
was right there.
Staring down at you menacingly.
Yeah, like was she not curious at all just to like look into her office just for a brief second?
It's not even like the way that she was
Paul
like...
Rudd fucking drops her taco.
I mean, it's not even like, she was like she had her back to the window. She was like just kind of like to the side. Like
It was literally like right there, just like, hello there.
I kind of was wondering. I was like, are they gonna have an altercation right now?
All right.
Like
what I would have liked to see is like, she kind of
Because
like looks up, looks over,
6
and then
years
just kind of like...
after? No.
No.
Like 26 years after.
Yeah.
40s. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, World War
Yes.
II was 40s and then 70s.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see Peggy have just done like a quick glance over,
Oh,
and then just like look
double
up,
take.
and Cap's already gone.
Yeah. That'd have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would have been a good way to put it.
And then they get upstairs, main level, and he's saying goodbye to his dad. And he
Get
gives
the
the
hug.
little hug, and
He got his closure.
Tony
Everyone got closure in this
Tony
movie.
looks over, and Cap's just like,
He's just giving like all like the signals.
steal second base.
That hug was great.
That was fun
thank
going
you
to
for
the
your service
1970s. That
to the
was cool.
country.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Me neither.
Going even back in more time.
Nice. Very twisty.
And then one more time travel to the butthole of the Thor movies, Dark World.
oh my god.
Jesus. But very sweet.
We got
Very
Natalie
sweet.
Portman back. I did
Yeah.
not see that coming either.
Yeah,
They covered all their bases, keeping everything under wraps, which
Mhm.
made sense because you pointed out to me at the premiere. It's like, Natalie Portman's at the premiere?
yeah,
Why?
but
We got her in her beautiful self.
and I was wondering where that scene was going because it sounded like when Rocket was like, yeah, you're gonna go charm up Natalie Portman, and I'm like, no, he's not. Do you see what he looks
Yeah.
like? He looked like she knows what Thor looks like. She's gonna look at him and be
Right.
like, you're not Thor. And so I was wondering where Thor was going, and then it went into the direction like he just needed to talk to his mom one
Yeah.
last time, and I was like, okay, this is definitely needed. Like he just really needed to
Especially
talk to his
because he's
mom.
just lost. He doesn't know what to do with himself.
Also, the mom was just like, "You're not my Thor."
Yeah.
Like I know.
Yeah, she's like,
What happened to your eye?
my
Oh, I got hit
parents
by a
are
sword in the battle.
witches. Like I know
Yeah.
you're from the future, and I was just like, cool. Like
It was definitely kind of heartbreaking how he's just like, "I need to tell you something." Like
She's
this
like-
is like he knew that was the day that she
Yeah.
died, and she was
she,
just like,
like-
"I refuse to hear it."
and she probably knew
Something.
something bad was gonna happen, but
That he was so touched to see his mother
yeah,
that something happened.
and that was a nice little touch. And then
God.
yeah, that's why I don't know. Thor's arc was really cool. That because that kind of it haunted him in Ragnarok and in Infinity War. Realizing his family just keeps dying, and then it all goes back to his mom, and then he gets to see her one last time.
That's one thing that I really like about Thor 2 is just when he goes down to the jail and tells
Wait,
Loki.
now when you say Thor 2, do you mean the Dark World or just like Thor also?
the lesser version of that. So yes, Dark World.
Okay.
Yeah. When he goes down to the jail and finds Loki and he just says, "Mom died." And that's the only person that Loki cared about besides Thor a little bit, and then they just had that moment.
Yeah.
So their mother was a big part of their life, and it's just really, really nice. And also when Loki's just like,
Yeah, just playing with
Drove
this
by.
stuff, and yeah.
and then boom, they have all the stones.
yeah, it was great seeing Rocket go after Portman's butt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that butt. And then, have we seen him on all fours before?
No, that
Seen him
was
skip like that was so
interesting.
freaking adorable.
He just comes up.
Get the bunny.
Just, oh, hi. You must be Mom.
That's why I love it. Rocket's great.
Right? Yeah.
Rocket's great.
So glad he's all right.
I love when they get back from time traveling, and Hawkeye just falls to his knees.
Oh my god, yeah.
And everybody's like,
Where's Nat?
Everybody's like, yo, we did it. And then
Did
they
we
look
get
at
everything?
him, and they're like, fuck, what happened?
Yeah.
And I was just like, and especially like when I saw Hulk, like I just had that realization.
That's
and I was
probably
like,
my biggest letdown as far as like fan service is I wish Bruce could have seen Natalie die. Like that's his love interest. That's the person he cares about the most, and just seeing her die in front of him, I feel like would have been a little nicer to see, but it's not a big deal.
But I mean, there was
Hit
a
him
nice
randomly.
part when they're all just sitting at the little pond, and he
Yeah.
just chucks the bench, and I was just like, like damn, like that.
I thought he was gonna fucking break the stage they were on.
And like Thor was just like, "There's we have the stone, like the stones, we can bring her back," and they're like, "No, like we can't." Like that happened back then, like
Yeah.
and so that was really, it was hard coming to that realization that like, damn, she's gone, like there's no way. I wonder if the Russos knew that, like,
Right.
if
Like when they're writing Infinity War.
if they knew which Avenger wasn't gonna make it.
Right.
Well, like which of the event, like was War Machine possibly one of them, you know, like was somebody, yeah, like was there another one, or was it always Natasha?
It's weird to think we only lost 2.
Technically 3 if you
Yeah.
think about it. Cap, like we
Yeah.
lost Captain America as a superhero,
But actually die. Cap just retired.
he retired, but like
Which-
he's no longer Captain, like he never was Captain America, really.
I'm a little peeved. I just wish it was reversed.
Yeah, me too, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But so they build the gauntlet.
Yep. Oh, so fucking cool.
So
I want to know, was there symbolism switching the arms? Like it was Thanos' left hand, so they went with the right hand.
I don't know.
Any reasoning behind that? I feel like if it was already his left hand, he'd want to do the left one. I just don't think it was really mattered. Maybe since Infinity War was the left, they wanted to do the right, so maybe it's just symbolism as far as that goes.
And it was cool, like, you know, he puts it on.
Even though we really liked that left arm theory,
Oh, I really wish that was a thing.
especially because
It still happened.
it happened.
Hulk was struggling trying to control that.
I knew it would have made sense. I thought we were getting Red Hulk for a second. When I saw like the actual just red, I thought it was like going to take him over. He's just like had this new level of power.
That'd be crazy to have 2 different freaking Hulks, like have Professor Hulk and then have Professor Hulk
In one
turn into
movie,
Red Hulk.
this would have been the movie to do it. All
Right.
in fan service.
Um,
Like
and-
Captain America told us.
But
All
they-
in fan service.
dude, they do it. Like
Yeah.
they kind of win the day for a second. Like
Yeah.
he snaps, then he like passes out. They throw it off of him, like they put the glove off, and then I love how like birds is like the answer. It's just like, oh, nice and sunny. There are birds chirping.
I also like when Hawkeye gets the glove off. He's just like kicks it. And he's like, stay
Yeah.
back.
And then
Or when Laura calls him.
yeah, well, but at first it was like Ant-Man walking and like being like, oh, there are birds. Like,
Which is kind
And
of
we
weird.
didn't realize it at first, or at least I didn't, that they left off literally where they were. So Laura's like, babe, I got the mayo on the hot dogs. Where are you?
Yeah.
yeah.
We were all knocked out for a second. What happened?
And so like you're just like, wow,
Uh-huh.
like they did it, and then that freaking guy shows up.
Because I didn't know what you guys thought as far as like how the time travel worked. Did you think that it literally took place 5 years later? Like they were just on autopilot those 5 years? Or that they literally left off from where they were?
I think they just left off from where they
Yeah,
were.
I think they just left off.
Because initially I thought it was like the 5 years ahead. I was like, how's
Well,
that
because like
fucking
Peter
work?
said, like described it as like he just blacked out.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no, it was like initially when it happened. It was only until I think that I realized it was immediately after. What are you looking at?
I don't know. There's something on my foot.
Oh,
Anyways,
it's the moth.
Spider.
What's the name of Thanos' ship?
Serenity. As the comment section would like you to know, it's not the Space Stone. It's Serenity.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that right now. I'm gonna talk about how the fuck it appeared on Earth in this timeline.
Dude, it was so fucking weird. Like, it just happened so fast, and then we had to wait like 2 minutes for it to pay off. And I was
Yeah.
just like, whoa.
But yeah, just and then Ant-Man, because like while everything was just happening,
Ant-Man got
Dude,
fucked
I
up.
kind of thought Ant-Man was gonna die.
I literally thought he
right?
just got fucking vaporized.
He took like 20 missiles to the face.
Dude,
Do you think he like got hit and just like
Instantly, just
shrunk so the damage
Yeah.
was less.
It was
He
like
got fucked up. You
that.
can't catch a
the
break in
Avengers
this
building
movie.
got Iron Man 3'd like to the max.
Yes.
Like Thanos was not fucking. I feel like Thanos back then was more ruthless than he was in Infinity War.
Well,
I
Like,
think
he
he was
just
more. I
let
think he was
go.
more desperate. You know,
Yeah.
because like in the beginning of Infinity War, he already had one of the stones.
Especially when he like all the stones were in one place. He's gonna
Yeah.
fucking take it off, right?
Because in Infinity War, he only had one stone, and we
He's
are
slowly-
introduced to him. He's getting the second stone, so he's very confident that he's going to win. In this, he's like, "Yo, they have all the stones already on a glove. I need to go there now."
oh
Yo,
god,
does that mean Peter Dinklage is like is alive and like all his friends are alive on that star?
no, that was before Snap.
No, but like he doesn't like Thanos didn't have like the glove. Like, no, he did. He did have the glove. Never mind. All right, Peter Dinklage is still alone. That's sad.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We skipped over the cool, just like the glove adapting to Hulk. And I was like,
Yeah,
that
we
was-
were like, is he gonna put on his finger?
Yeah, I was like,
And then
that's
it-
not gonna fit him.
Turned into that. That was fucking dope. But yeah, they got. But like, it was so weird.
I
Like
felt-
I had such this like devastating feeling of just seeing everything destroyed. And when Rocket was like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't breathe.
I'm about to bring that up. I was like, no.
It felt like Homecoming, like split between Hulk and Rocket when Peter was under the rubble and he's like trying to push it up.
Yeah.
And he's like scared. It was Hulk keeping the thing up and then Rocket not being able to breathe. I was getting that feeling again of like, shit,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
And then, yeah, everybody was just kind of like, you know, all separated, just like, what the hell just happened? And Thanos is cocky, and he's like, I'm gonna wait, bring it to me,
Dude,
Nebula.
he fucking just rained fire on those bitches. Just like
Like,
he just like
100
missiles, and then just a fucking megaton of
We got
missiles.
that money shot of the from ground Avengers facility, seeing it, the A just crumble. Everyone got separated. Poor Hawkeye.
Yeah,
all by himself.
He had the tough job.
The alien
Yeah, that was intense.
shit. Yeah.
And then, so
Might as
let's
well
just-
be Xenomorphs running after him.
Let's stick on him for a minute. Like when,
Couldn't he just been like, take that?
when he probably was like, hell no, I don't
he
want
saw what
to
happened to
die.
Hulk.
Yeah. When he like kind of kills them all and he gets up there.
He's at the top.
He's at the top, and I like the part when like when he was shooting up and he had the sword, he was just kind of slice and dice like that.
Oh, yeah.
Last one just cuts him right in half. I was like, ooh, that's nice.
And then
then,
he gets to the top. He's
and then Nebula shows up, and you're just like, oh shit.
And
at
he's
first.
just like, oh, cool, thank you. Here,
Right.
take that.
I thought she was gonna straight up kill him right there.
Yeah.
Um,
And she's just like, Father, I have the gauntlet, and he's just like,
No. I love that.
Wait.
It's literally just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
oh no.
And then Gamora and Nebula show up.
Yeah. Was Nebula gonna shoot Gamora?
Honestly, I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
And then bang.
And then Nebula kills herself pretty much, shoots herself, realizing that.
Suicide,
Yeah.
but not suicide.
Here we go.
Wait, does that mean if you fuck yourself, is that just masturbation?
Anyways, we're moving on.
Matt, that is like the 5th time I've said something you wanted to move on from it.
'Cause
Answer my
we're-
goddamn
We're
questions.
talking about Endgame, not erotic stuff. We can
You're
talk
just
about
tired.
that later. I am tired.
So that happened.
Finish that.
And then let's get that little battle that's going on outside with the OG and Thanos.
Little battle.
The little battle. Well, I mean, in retrospect, it was the little battle.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I love how it was just the big three up against Thanos.
Yeah. And like
I
I was so curious why
I just wish it was Thor. Actual Thor.
it still
Because
was
we got
Thor.
Prime Iron Man, Prime Captain America, fat beer belly Thor.
But he had a renewed sense of purpose.
Yeah, he was determined. Like he kind of was like he found his purpose, and he had a suit, so like the fatness was kind of gone. Like I didn't realize that he was like chunky.
I'm just
Also,
saying,
he was
what if
dual
you
wielding the Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
fuck? Yeah, we didn't talk about that when he just
That was
Rock's
waited.
just like,
got
what
it
are
back.
you doing? And the mom's just like, it takes a minute.
I'm still worthy.
and then
I was just saying, like, what if you watch the trailer and you're like, oh my god, I'm so hyped for this movie, Fat Thor. What? This isn't my Avengers.
It didn't bother me, but
I didn't really care for it either. I mean, it didn't bother me.
But that was a nice battle. I was getting nervous. I was like, is one of them gonna kind of like get demolished a little bit?
That, like, Thor one-shotted Thanos. I think it was the fact that he's out of shape that he couldn't fuck him up anymore.
I mean, Thanos is also pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, but the Stormbreaker beat the Gauntlet with all stones in Infinity War. Why couldn't it do it again without the stones?
Because Thanos was on the other side of it.
Also, he had a bomb-ass sword.
The Infinity Sword was awesome.
I'm just saying sword, Gauntlet. I feel like one's a little stronger than the other. I'm just saying Thor was out of shape, and that's why he wasn't able to.
But then, like,
And
even
Thor-
Cap
Thanos
couldn't
was-
take him up when he had the hammer and the shield.
Yeah. Oh my god, we didn't
Oh
even
no,
talk
he was
about
beating the
that.
shit out of him for a solid minute.
He was, but like at the end of the day, he still didn't win.
Did you notice that Cap's arm was fucked up?
Yeah, when he tightened it, it was like cut
Like
really bad.
he was using it as a stint.
Yeah,
I think his arm was broken, and he just fucking did that and closed it back up.
Yeah.
Dude, that was just.
And the shield broke.
First, let's talk about him getting the hammer, and
That
like
was the biggest payoff of the
literally
movie.
being able to control it, like with lightning and everything, and just
my God.
the moves he was doing with it.
I was a little annoyed that like he was already like a master with it. Like he was already like hitting the shield back and then
This is-
using the thunder like he already used it before. But
This-
it was still fucking dope.
I mean,
This was the definition of like fan service.
Yeah.
I feel like once you get the hammer, you're kind of just like you know what to do with it. Like just like how Thanos like put on the gauntlet and he just snapped. He just I just have to think about what I want and I just do it.
I've seen Thor use thunder.
Maybe he's just like Alakazam.
Like
it's
there's
just
like
thunder.
200
Shazam.
ends of the spectrum though, where it's like I was just gonna say that you know how to use it, or you're Shazam, where it's like I have powers now, I can fly. No, you have to learn how to fly. But sorry,
You know what? They didn't
this
have
isn't Shazam.
they didn't have time
Back
for
to
that.
this. Yeah, they go,
Yeah,
just go.
they didn't
We
have time for
we're
him.
at 3 hours already. Let's go.
And so that was a really good battle. And Iron Man did kind of get pushed to the side for respect because
He got knocked out for a second.
he got his battle with Thanos in the first
Yeah.
Avengers
Uh-huh.
3. So
Ooh, I forgot what it's called. I remember someone saying that they think Tony's armor is the Thor infuser, but it was when Thor could just use his lightning on Tony's back and just concentrate it right on Thanos. And then Thanos pulled an Aquaman and just started spitting that sword.
And he used it as a boomerang at once too.
yeah,
Oof,
that was cool.
That was cool.
And
That's this movie.
That was cool. That was cool.
then he breaks his shield. At least we got that. At least we got
I
him.
like that it wasn't a clean break.
No, yeah,
He was chipping that
he
bitch
was-
away.
Yeah, he was knocking off little pieces one by one. That was a really nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. And now, Ant-Man doesn't break out yet, right?
Breakout.
Like that's like kind of like the
No.
no.
That was when everybody started appearing.
So
Oh, he was saving
yeah, he was
Hulk and
he was protect. So
Rocket.
pretty much, God,
Machine.
it was just so much fucking awesome shit going on. After like the shield breaks, how does Thanos just pretty much call everybody in? Like
I think at that point, like while he was fighting the big three,
I
the
think
landing
Thanos was-
craft was just landing in general.
that. I think Thanos was like done. He's like, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And like
We saw some
done
new
to-
creatures. We saw tanks. We
Ooh,
saw those
yeah.
big, like, four.
the berserk.
Yeah, the berserker. We're
monsters.
just going to call them berserkers,
Yeah.
whatever.
I just think it was like this is the most Thanos has gotten beaten up. He got hit a handful of times in Infinity War, but this one he was getting knocked the shit out by
and,
Cap,
Yeah, he realized that like he's like,
and then
hey,
he
these
kept
guys are
hitting
pretty
Cap, and he
powerful.
wouldn't get down, and he got back up. And he's like, "Fuck you."
I
This
feel
is
like,
personal.
I feel like with Infinity War, he kind of just used just the Outriders just as a distraction technique. Like he just needed somebody or somehow to be like people to get in there just so that he could get the Mind Stone.
Yeah,
So it was really cool seeing new like enemies in this
Oh, yeah.
one.
did you
like
guys
his whole army,
Yeah.
his full arsenal.
did you guys imagine what was gonna happen next?
God no. No.
But before we get into that, is there anything, any little thing we missed before we get into the big mamma jamma?
If we did, we apologize. It's very late.
And this was a long movie.
Yo,
A lot
420.
happened.
I think we talk about it now.
Home stretch.
The moment when Andrew had tears of joy.
Yeah.
The closest thing we've had to a moment like this was seeing Cap and Iron Man do the front cover of Civil War, with Iron Man doing his thing on the shield and blocking it. That was the comic book moment.
Mm-hmm.
We got that times 3,000. Amazing. It was like a video game.
It was. I just, it opens up and first you hear Sam.
Yeah.
Just kind of like far away, crackled at first, and it's just like, Cap, can you hear me? Cap.
And instantly I was just like,
Cap, it's Sam.
I was like,
I'm on your left. And it's just like,
and then a portal opens, and then you see Black Panther.
Shuri and
Nakia.
You just see them all, and then you see, the Guardians and Spider-Man, and then...
Oh my god, when Spider-Man... I'm glad that he was the last one out of that portal.
AntMan freaking busts out of the debris,
and then you get the Asgardians.
And Valkyrie comes out with her, Pegasus bullshit.
And it had the same look. In Thor 3, whenever they had the Valkyrie flashbacks, it was, lit weird, and it was, slow-mo.
Yeah.
It had that feel when she was coming out again.
Doctor Strange shows up with his gang.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
All the what are those people called? Monks?
This was the battle that Justice League tried to do. Remember that battle when they were doing the flashback with like all the humans and the Green Lantern? That's what I feel like Justice League was trying to, that epic of a level, having all these characters come together for this battle against Steppenwolf.
I mean, you kind of had the same look, but
this is obviously a million times better because you had so many movies building up to this moment, and just
that was also a flashback.
Seeing all these characters together, and you could just tell Thanos is here we go.
None of you have played StarCraft, but it was one of the trailers for their expansion, and it kind of literally was the same thing, and I was getting goosebumps from it. Because it started with a guy standing in front of the alien Zergs, this whole army, and then portal, and just this army coming in, and then the charge, and I was like, everywhere.
I need to see this movie again, just because that was amazing, and then just all the little fights that were happening, when they just start charging each other.
Avengers Assemble.
Avengers Assemble. Obviously,
we got the hugest payoff ever.
It just yells Avengers, and then just. Assemble.
Then just boom, collide.
And the music was swelling. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but it just felt like they could have just stopped the movie right there.
Dude, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I was so scared.
I was just they could end it here and they could do another one. It felt like the ending to something that you wouldn't want.
Yeah.
I was literally thinking the exact... I was they're both running. I was don't you dare do a black screen. Don't you dare.
They soprano it, and that's literally it.
It just says Finn, and there's some arty French music, and you're just what the bullshit is this? And
a ton of little fights.
So many little fights. And, I mean, for me, the highlight was definitely when all the girls show up.
Oh, yeah.
Before that,
it was on the nose. It was so good.
I loved seeing Iron Man and Rescue back to back, just fucking.
Is that the name of the robot?
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it was Iron Maiden.
Iron
Man and Iron Maiden.
That's a metal band, but
I know, but
that was so cute. I love
perfect.
them together like that. That was
you're
just oh,
borderline
yes.
cooler. I like blue better, so it's already biased. And then she had just floaty things behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine if that was integrated with Extremis. The glove comes off and she's just lava, energy, shit.
The reunion with Spider-Man. And
tears.
He literally was just yo, I need to hug you.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man's just
and it just his face of
that.
just happy, proud, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Little Drake Bell.
5 minutes later.
Don't you cheapen the death.
And then
motherfucker.
Oh geez, there's just so then everybody
Hawkeye
was just
running around, he's like, guys, what do I do with this thing?
Yeah. And then I'm glad this is when Andrew got a little nervous. When Captain Marvel shows up. And obviously Thanos is screw this, start shooting everything.
Oh my god, yeah.
I
He
feel
was,
like that did
rain
more
fire.
damage to him because a few of the Avengers lackeys died, but then they got the shields, and then it was just Thanos' guys getting fucking hit.
Well, yeah, because Corvus was like,
But our men.
but yeah, and he's like, I don't care. And then like they just were,
boss. And I was wondering, like, it wasn't gonna stop, and then Captain Marvel comes up, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna
It was
fly
just
through
cool
it.
seeing like them just change.
yeah,
and
but that's the
they're,
thing. Like it stopped, and then it just angled up, and then it just started shooting it in the clouds, and everyone's
Because
like, "What is that?"
The implications are crazy because they're like, the power level combined down here isn't as important as the power level up here.
Just one single. I thought it was gonna
Oh.
be a massive ship.
Wanda being like, you took everything from me. I don't even know you. You will.
That was good. That was good.
Boom. Bam. Bam.
Also,
fucking them up.
Thanos was just plowing through debris, like chunks of debris with the Infinity Sword. Like Wanda was just throwing that stuff at him, and he was just like,
You need to stop putting whatever that is down
"We
there.
need a bigger table." Anyway, but yeah, he was just.
I think it's like you said earlier today that Thanos was he's not a normal member of his population. He's a special member, and that's why he's always been above average and he was able to wield the stones. He's already a stronger type of person. So him just taking that shit. It almost felt like the Infinity Sword was stronger than him with the gauntlet.
Yeah. I think because he knew the sword.
Now
more,
imagine if he had the
probably.
gauntlet with the sword and the armor.
Hell yeah. But this is where my scare factor came in. So she takes out the ship, and I was just like, please don't just kill Thanos. Just
Yeah.
Please don't kill him. Like,
Looking back at it though,
He was still able to hold his own.
how she took out the ship was so badass.
oh, it was. It was really cool. It was
It's
just,
like it was the same thing in Captain Marvel, but better.
yeah.
She destroyed the ships the same way, but they just weren't as cool.
It's the direction.
The directors. Yeah.
I definitely got more of a taste of how she could be the strongest Avenger.
Yeah. I'm also glad that they didn't show off Binary yet. Her ultimate form. Her binary
Yeah.
mode.
I wonder if she still doesn't really know how to use it then.
And so maybe Captain Marvel 3 post snapping.
Or maybe
Infinity
like
War.
in 2 she discovers it, but like maybe like she can't control it,
Right.
or and she kind of fears it herself.
Maybe it's like Civil War. Like he's like, I know how to do this, but I'm gonna save it for the right
Yep.
time.
Yeah,
And then in AntMan 2, he does quite often. So
Right.
but then that's when like the big money shot with all the girls, and the camera just keeps moving, and you're just like, dang, there's actually a lot of female
that
superheroes.
was a pretty fucking badass lineup.
Yeah,
Like it was.
I was like, you know
dope.
what? I'd watch a movie
It
just
was-
with you girls in it. That'd
Yeah.
be really cool.
Easily. Hands down. Dude, I want a Pepper Potts Iron Man movie.
And
And call it Iron Maiden. It'd be perfect.
trademark.
Trademark.
And then that's like
Because
kind
what
of what,
Maiden is like a female caretaker, something.
Yeah, I think so.
and they like
So it's a female Iron Man.
what were they trying to do exactly? Because they turn on Ant-Man and the Wasp, go and turn on the Quantum Realm. What were they
They're
trying to
trying
do?
I think they're trying to get rid of the stones, and they also needed to put the stones back. So I think they're trying to do 2 birds, 1 stone. Just get
Okay.
rid of the gauntlet, and it was going to be
Captain Marvel, right?
yeah, which was weird because she doesn't know what to do with them.
Right? She was just gonna like go in,
Yeah, and then she's just back in time. Who wants a glove
gives it the Howard a Duck,
or a cool glove for free?
and then, but Thanos just takes the sword. And he's like, nah,
Fucks it up.
throws it right in there, blows it up, and then
Thanos is fucking desperate.
he was
Trying to
dude,
get that glove, King
And
of the
he-
Hill style.
he he gets it, he puts it on, he's about to snap, and then Captain Marvel comes out of nowhere.
Oh my god, yeah, that was a moment where I was just like, you know what? In this moment, I changed my mind about Captain Marvel. I apologize for everything that I had my doubts before, but like, he
Part of me-
was.
It's nice that she's not over strong,
Yeah.
but she's durable.
Like-
Like she was getting knocked around a bit.
and she was throwing punches, and like it wasn't really affecting him. But back in my head, I was like, no, it has Tony has to kill him, or like Tony has to do it.
But he was like this, and she
Yeah.
stopped him.
Yeah,
and
he
I was
was-
just like, God damn.
Now, do you think if
she
he would
stole
have
the thunder
snapped,
from Captain
do
America
you think it
in
would have been the
Infinity
same
War?
people again?
No, I think he would. I think he was gonna.
He was gonna do the whole universe.
Yeah, he talked about that. He said that he was just gonna wipe it down to the very last
because like
atoms.
this was it. There was no take back.
I failed the first time. I'm not gonna let it happen again.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I didn't see that coming where he just takes the Power Stone and then just puts it, like, makes it suck into his hand and then just punches her and she just goes flying. And I'm like, oh. And then, like, I didn't know how it happened, but,
which
like.
is weird because, like, Tony ends up doing that. Couldn't Cap have just been, like, doing this and just, like, take a stone? He obviously didn't know, but it would have been so that
fast.
easy.
Like, Tony just jumped, took all the stones.
I thought he was only going to take one. And that would have at least stopped him from snapping, and then he could just, like, play monkey in the middle or something.
I also just loved how, like, Thanos just kind of like, you're dead.
Oh.
And then, like, you know, Tony just turns around, and he's just like,
they're
things
just
are just floating up, and, like,
and I love that it's
changing.
nanotech, so literally it just can do whatever he wants. And just adapt it to that. We needed that.
Guys.
I also loved getting a little flashback of, not flashback, but just an inkling of when Black Panther's like, Clint, give it to me. Gives him the glove. I was like, put it on.
But that would have been like a little comic book service moment too, because he has wielded the gauntlet before.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like if any human was whatever human was gonna put it on, was probably gonna die.
Yeah.
And it had to be Iron Man.
Whoa. Where are the stones then? Are they destroyed?
No,
Steve put them back. Cap put them back.
Right. So someone could try to get them again.
Oh, fuck. He's right.
Damn.
Because what happened with, like, the Soul Stone, the Ether?
Or is it like no, because there were alternate timelines, but because they came back, the timelines went back into one.
Yeah. Maybe he'd, like... I don't know. That's something.
There's only two possibilities. The stones are gone, or the stones are...
The stones have been returned.
All over the universe.
We don't know where they are. We're not going to speculate, because that will just be revealed to us later.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like it's kind of cheap to go back to them. Because that was the Infinity Saga. If you bring the Infinity Stones back...
Yeah, it's just kind of lazy.
Yeah. If that's the thing that people are always going on.
What were we talking about? Like,
but I would love to see
we
Adam
were talking
Warlock
about before the movie.
The Gauntlet.
We said that, like, you know, they were going to do like 3 different sagas, like the Infinity
You brought up
Saga.
Celestial as name.
Like, that would be like the 3rd one.
Yeah, because that's big. Celestials. Inhumans. No.
That's already been turned into a TV show. So
Yeah, it was awful.
I don't know. I really kind of hope that.
But I feel like Celestials are already kind of here. So that is just already 2. But I feel like if anything, Doctor Doom should be the next one, and then Galactus as the 3rd one. Look at us assuming that the 3rd saga is the end.
It's never going to end.
Yeah. They're just printing money. They're not going to stop it. When's it going to come to a point where they have to, like, make new characters? They're like, run out of Stan Lee's characters. Like, fuck.
You know, now that I think about it, I would love to see them incorporate X-Men into Phase 4. And then to end Phase 4, you have Avengers versus X-Men. And then it ends...
Ooh.
Like, the Avengers versus X-Men ends with Doctor Doom appearing. Doctor Doom starts the next saga, and he brings about Galactus. A good, legitimate Galactus.
Dude,
That'd
Doom
be
Saga?
awesome.
What?
The Doom Saga? Infinity Saga? X-Men Saga? Doom Saga?
Yeah.
I just think Doom Saga just sounds amazing.
That'd be pretty cool.
I really kind of...
I would love to see Silver Surfer again.
Especially, it's easy to relate with a Doctor Doom. He's a human that gets powers. He's not a purple alien. He's not a giant god that eats planets.
I mean,
He's also-
you relate to Thanos, but
He's also like one of the
like
most...
Thanos is relatable.
Right.
Yeah.
You found a way to relate to him, but it's easier to relate to someone right away if he's
Yeah.
already a person.
But that's the thing, is like, if we get a Doctor Doom, he needs to be good. Because he is one of the greatest comic book characters of all time.
He wasn't terrible. He was decent in the first one.
He was decent in the sense that it was a 2000s superhero movie.
Yeah. And
But
the second one's kind of a joke.
Fantastic
Oh, that was also
disrespectful.
He's like, I found all this power.
They did.
I don't like Earth anymore.
I really hope we don't get another origin story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been proven with Spider-Man. I am so sorry.
Jeez, that scared me.
It scared me too.
Oh my gosh.
It's been proven with Spider-Man that we don't need a third origin story.
Yeah.
We know.
Oh my god,
what
a third
happens.
Uncle Ben.
Ugh.
No, we don't need that. I would love to see John Krasinski though as Mr. Fantastic. Have you seen?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think you said
concept.
Doctor Doom. I was like, maybe.
Maybe just bring Chris Evans back as the Human Torch. Just do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was done with Captain America.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
with-
I'd be down for that.
And he doesn't have to wear a wig anymore.
Yeah, it
because-
could just be his hair.
Johnny Storm's hair is more like his hair anyways. Yeah. Back to... I guess we'll dive into other future stuff after we're done talking about the movie.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, we ended right on where...
I also just love that sequence when Spider-Man's just being caught by everybody.
Yeah.
Where he's like, hey, Queens,
Yeah.
go long or catch, whatever, throws the
There's just
hammer.
meeting everybody.
auto kill mode.
That was insane.
That was
And his
cool.
eyes turn red.
But then it just got too much. He was just like laying on
Dude,
dead
he was
bodies.
just a pile of dead bodies. Fucking World War Z style.
Yeah, that was...
Or a Battle of the Bastards. Just like, all right, step up. All right, step up. Step up. Oh my god, when you get to the Battle of the
Is
Bastards.
that a Game of Thrones reference?
This man hasn't seen Game of
How
Thrones.
fucking dare you bring that up around me?
Right in the middle of season
tolerate
8.
this for the rest of
The
the time.
end of Game of Thrones. For those of you that aren't watching the podcast, I'm pointing towards Matt. I just realized that. But yes. Insta-kill. Amazing.
It was an amazing battle. I didn't want it to end. When Star-Lord gets saved and then just gets kneed in the balls, and then Gamora's like, this guy?
You missed the first time, but you got them both the second time.
When we were talking about, like, is that Gamora gone or whatnot, I was, like, contemplating. I was like, does Quill need Gamora back? Would you rather lose the love of your life forever or get one back that doesn't remember the good times or have memories of you and like you? And would you try to just work back into that?
I wouldn't work back into it.
Or would you just feel like it's
if you
different?
can win her over once, you can win her over again.
But don't you also feel like it's just like a different version? Like cloning your girlfriend,
No, it's the same person.
but different timeline?
It's the same person, but you have the mentality. You're like, oh yeah, like we did this and we did this, and you were like this, and maybe she's like, I don't really like this.
And
you're
knowing
like,
in the
"But
back of your mind that she
other
might
self did."
ever be like that.
Like,
It's just so weird. Like they were in love in Infinity War, and she like can't stand him. And this one, it's hard. It's just heartbreaking.
I'm kind of
It sucks.
okay if Gamora never comes back.
Yeah.
I'm
It
okay
seems
if
like
she
Peter
doesn't.
Quill is moving on.
Yeah.
Like he's accepting it. He's got more important things to take care of, like
Mm-hmm.
taking back control of.
Unless
The
that
Guardians.
maybe is what the plot of Guardians 3 is trying to get her back somehow.
Nah, he'll just get with Mantis since Drax doesn't want her.
Fair enough.
Put on y'all mean faces.
I think that was kind of all like the
Little stuff
little
before.
fights before the snap.
But Thanos was just taking people out.
Yeah, he was
Like,
pissed.
get away from my glove.
It was. I did not see that war coming.
Me neither.
It was so cool. It was.
Everyone was right. No matter what you expect to happen, you're not ready.
Mm.
No one could have predicted what was going to happen.
And I like that he really didn't get like a last word.
Yeah.
He realized he lost. He saw everything around
Poetic
him,
justice.
and he sits down, and then he just admits defeat and fades away.
Sits down just like how he started the battle.
Yep.
He waited. It seemed like his whole, like, he was a different type of fighter back then. Like, the one we got in Infinity War was the one that's getting shit done. Whereas this one, like, doing shit himself. I think that's why he's seen shit fail for so long. He's like, no, I'm doing this. And this one, he's like, I'm not getting it. I'm going to wait right here while you get it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm the king.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of my problems with them. That it's, what,
I was just waiting. I've done that like 3 times.
Have you really? I have not noticed
Yeah, that's the
that.
first time I noticed that too. This felt like a cheaper Thanos. I would have wanted the Thanos that did it. I don't know if you guys felt the same way.
I didn't think it was cheaper. I just thought he was more like. I think like it was more.
It was less passionate.
It was less passionate in the way
Especially
because
when
he thought it was so. He was just like. He didn't know where any of the stones were.
Right.
And then he was just like, oh my gosh.
He knew he succeeded, and he was like, all right, I got to protect that. He did it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what messed him up is that he knew he was going to win. And so he's like, oh my gosh, I want to win now. Just knowing that I was going to win no matter what, now I want to do it. And so it might
he was inevitable.
Yeah, and like he was like, there's no way I'm going to lose.
Mimi.
No, I am inevitable. I am Iron Man.
Yeah.
Also,
That was so dope. I just mean,
was
like,
that
sorry.
was that the last sentence Tony Stark said? I am Iron Man.
Yeah. And that's how the movie ends.
Like in Endgame too. I forgot. Like that was like his last like few words, right?
He kind of mumbled Pepper Potts. Like he kind of like when Pepper got close to
Right.
him, he kind of like was like Pepper, like kind of like, but his last like functioning words were "I am Iron Man."
That's so crazy because like
poetic.
this whole saga started with Iron Man,
And that's why
And
he had to win. He had to be
Make
the
your
one to do it.
Predictions. Who's going to be the next one?
next Iron Man.
Sorry, no. Who's going to be the next Iron Man of the
Oh.
second saga?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Cap,
New Cap.
Marvel.
I would
Sorry.
say New Cap. Oh. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like Captain Marvel wants to stay on Earth.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think. Okay,
Which I'm not against.
Captain Marvel is going to be Thor. How Thor joins the Avengers, but he does his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Cap's Thor. Shit. I feel like Black Panther will be Captain America because he's a strategic leader, and Doctor Strange already has the personality of Tony, but maybe they will try to switch it to more of a Captain America person like Black Panther, or maybe someone we haven't met yet,
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Sam Wilson.
or Spidey.
Guys.
Dude.
Guys.
This is the first.
Superman. Let's just combine DC.
Only if it's Henry Cavill.
Fair enough.
Spidey is the only one we get to see grow from a child to an adult.
Sorry, is that a staring contest?
I won, by the way.
Don't leave me hanging.
Oh.
Um,
Let's see it.
Spidey's the first one that we're going to see grow as an actor and a character.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to go from kid Spidey to adult Spidey, like Harry Potter style. Not as drastic in age-wise, but I think the second saga could focus on Spidey more.
Yeah,
Maybe.
possibly.
That means it will end with Spidey. Spidey would be dead.
They're not going to kill Spider-Man.
Nope. They'll give it to Miles Morales.
Maybe.
Calling it now. In 10 years, you'll find this video.
Nobody will.
Because we'll be big. Oh, dude, I'm fucking shouting this video out in 10 years. Fucking called that shit.
Or 10
Hey,
years.
I called Hawkeye's family dying.
I also did.
I think
called
everybody did.
Did you?
I called it first.
Okay, fair enough, Matt.
Trademarked. Copyrighted. Registered.
Let me see the paperwork.
And then, so, I just like how it was War Machine, Spider-Man, Pepper, the closest ones to
kinda like
Iron Man.
That just Spidey and Tony. It kind of seemed like that Pepper was like, okay, he's my husband. Move.
Yeah, kind of.
So fucking sad.
And it was so sad because she was like, you can rest now. And then she just like realized
He's gone.
He's gone. And then you just see the light go out and you're just like,
He looked bad. Like Thanos,
Yeah, there was no way. Like when I saw his face, I was like, "There's no way he's coming back. He's dead."
like Thanos looked bad when he snapped, but Tony looked way worse.
Because he's a human.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm wondering, like, if any other person would have done it, they probably would have died too because they couldn't take it. And, I mean,
Which I think that's kind of cheap because then we can't get those cool comic moments like Black Panther holding it.
Well,
like
and
that
also
wasn't a thing in the comics. Is that anyone could do it? It doesn't have to be a certain power level or sacrifice.
I kind of like
still
it
get
being
Adam Warlock though, because he's.
I like
powerful.
it having the stakes like that, like that. Like, if you want to use it, there is a little price to pay. Like, you are gonna get affected because if it's not, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna use it now."
It's
Yeah.
only
It's my week
at
to
a certain
play with
level
it.
though. If you're doing small shit, it's not going to do anything. It's trillion lives level.
Well, like even just putting it on though, like the Hulk was struggling just putting it on. He was getting
but nothing,
burnt up.
nothing really happened to Tony. It just kind of did, and then he snapped. Maybe it's because it was the suit taking the brunt of it.
I think we just didn't see the transformation happen.
Yeah, Hulk took his time.
Yeah.
I think Hulk's like the burn. Hulk's a sadist. That's what he is.
I don't think so.
It was just, I was just really shocked when he
Yeah.
died. I was just like, wow, like,
It kind
because
of.
I was so like confident. I was like, he's not gonna die.
I knew he was gonna die, but what made it worse was the fact that
Oh.
nobody else really died.
Yeah.
Cause like I was.
It kind of makes sense though.
I went into this movie thinking everybody's gonna die, and then
Like
as
of
I-
the
Who do
original
you mean
cast?
everybody?
like the original.
Like you thought Thor was gonna die?
Yeah.
I didn't.
It just sucks that we have to think of it outside of that too. That like there's evidence that Thor wasn't going to die just because his movies were kicking off now.
Yeah.
It just sucks that you have to think about that too. I just
yeah.
want to be able to think about it without the outside world. Like anybody could die without money being involved.
Yeah, I
If that
definitely.
were the case, maybe.
In the past few days, I've kind of realized that Chris Hemsworth might not be done playing Thor.
Especially
But,
now that he loves it.
Yeah. But like I definitely thought Captain America was just gonna die in the battle. Tony Stark, and everybody else, like the original Avengers. But as the movie went on, I was like, I would be fine if all of them lived and just kind of hung around. That we just
Right.
didn't really see them, but it was implied that they trained the new Avengers and
Yeah.
stuff. But then Natasha died, and she sacrificed herself to get the Soul Stone. And then Tony
And after
Stark.
seeing her die, it was like, Hawkeye's safe.
Yeah.
What's the point of acting like
Yeah.
one survives if they're going to die later on?
Yeah. And then, Tony sacrificed himself to snap everybody else away. So, I don't know. And then, at the end, Cap just kind of disappeared. And he just kind of lived out the rest of his life happy. And,
Now, how long
which
do you
is
th-
way better than him just
Yeah.
dying.
and honestly, like, I know he's just a character in a movie, but I'm happy that he made that choice. He deserves that.
I like leaned over to Matt and I was like, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
I was like, he's not coming back.
It makes a lot of sense too, because early on in the movie he talks about not moving on, and after seeing this movie, maybe he never moved on in the first place of ever being unfrozen. Maybe throughout this whole 10-year thing, he never moved on from it, and that's always been in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
And seeing Peggy, yeah, seeing Peggy again. I was like, that's not right. Seeing her again, he's like, fuck, I have a chance. So I guess right there, he's like, if I have a chance to go back and stay here, I'm doing it.
The funeral was really nice.
Yeah.
Such a tearjerker, dude.
Little flower
And that
Okay.
long take.
of everybody.
That
That was a really nice shot. And then Nick Fury walking in, all fucking badass.
the dude that helped him start it.
Yeah. I kind of wish he had like a line or something to say.
Motherfucker.
Just like a quick little thing, like his thoughts on Iron Man passing, but maybe he'll bring that up in Spider-Man. And then that was definitely the kid from Iron Man 3. I wonder
Yeah,
how they just reached
nothing
out
else.
to him.
Makes sense.
But
for that.
It was just cool. Like that was like a big shot of a lot of freaking characters
We're not
from
gonna
all
get
these movies.
The shipping between Tony and Marissa Tomei.
And then one thing I realized when Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch were talking, is this WandaVision TV show going to take place like in between the Avengers movies, like Age of Ultron and Infinity War? Because
or
Vision's gone. Like Vision.
There is a theory that now that Shuri's back, she can bring Vision back somehow.
Maybe. Okay.
Because like his mind is a network. It's not solely just on the stone.
Because I'm kind of glad that like when they went back in time, they weren't like, oh, Loki, we saved you. Oh, Vision, we saved you. Oh, like they kind of stayed dead. And I realized that like when they were like we're both like we lost somebody, I was like, oh yeah, Vision's still dead. That's kind of cool.
I still like the relationship between Hawkeye and Scarlet. Still got this father-daughter feel.
And then taking the stones back.
That was a nice fucking briefcase. That looked dope.
I would like to carry that around, just open and be like, look at my cool stones.
And then it pops open, they just fall.
And
Loki comes in and just poofs out of there.
What if that's the case that the Blu-rays are going to be put in when this all releases on DVDs?
Little stones.
And Hulk's just like,
the
it's going to be 5
movies are just put on
USB
drives, and they're the stones.
And
that'd be bad.
5 seconds turns into the rest of his lifetime.
Yeah.
And he just lives it out.
I like how Bucky realized he didn't come back right away, and he's like...
Yeah, and then he just turns around and he's just like...
fucking did it.
Sam. And there's just somebody sitting by the water.
And I think Caleb and I are thinking the same thing. That it should have been Bucky.
No.
You don't think so?
Because...
The White Panther.
White Wolf.
Fuck.
That... We got Captain Falcon.
I just wanted...
It's in the comics either way.
It is?
Giving it to Bucky or giving it to Falcon.
Yeah. Wait. We have Captain Falcon?
Captain Falcon.
Falcon Punch!
Exactly. Dude, I wanted to scream Falcon Punch so hard when we were in the theater.
Do you think they're going to go through with that?
Like call him Captain Falcon?
No, like just like a standalone movie now, like with him.
I think they're going to do the series with Bucky.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. That'd be pretty neat. And then maybe do a movie with them doing shit with someone else. I don't know. It'd just be weird to do. He was always a side character. So doing a solo movie, just him. Maybe a buddy cop movie with him and Bucky. That'd be neat.
That'd be pretty cool.
But if they're already doing the TV show, that'd be weird to do a TV show that's prequels and then a movie that's...
Yeah, no, now I'm thinking about it, that show probably takes place after Endgame.
But now it's not going to be like Netflix where they don't touch it. It's going to integrate.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
They totally have to do fucking Falcon Punch.
I love the montage of just all the families together and their happy little... They're all happy and stuff, and, you know, they won. And then I was mentioning in the car, the Asgardian bullshit that just happened, like Thor joining the Guardians.
I really hope that that's cool. That's like really cool. Peter Quill is getting shat on now.
Yeah, like
he's still the leader. I don't like this. A movie where him and Thor are fighting for it is nice, but it's Peter Quill's.
Yeah.
Thor's not.
I mean,
he's barely a member. He can't be the leader.
He can want be a member. That to be a movie, though. Like that is so cool.
Hands down. And that better be the marketing. That it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, and then there's an A written on it in like marker. With the feel of Guardians of the Galaxy, that's something I could easily see.
So
that's just so perfect. Guardians as Guardians. I feel like someone in the writing room was like, "Hey, Guardians sounds like as Guardians."
It kind of sucks that we're never just gonna get Groot back.
I think we will for Asgardians 3. I mean, Guardians 3.
See?
Fuck, it's already catching on.
I just feel like...
Ooh, will it be called Guardians 3 or As Guardians 1?
I just feel like they're gonna.
He has to come back. It's been so long. Does Vin Diesel still voice him?
Yeah.
And they alter it?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what we'll get for Volume 3. Is
I hope.
full-grown Groot again.
Mm-hmm. Or a young adult Groot.
No, I think we're getting full-grown Groot.
Mm-hmm. I swear to God, if he has that video game still,
He probably doesn't.
I'd be so mad. Hey, we don't know what to do with Groot's character. All right, give him a video game and he doesn't do anything. Dope. Infinity War.
And then
Fuck. And Gamora's probably gone for good.
yeah, because it
As
says
well.
searching, but they're probably not gonna find anything. And
Peter's lost a lot of people. Yeah. Poor Pete. I know it was his fault for letting Thanos become conscious again, but that was the only timeline that would work.
I love how the movie ends.
Yeah. Dude, I love that little moment between Tony and Doctor Strange where he's got the tornado water
Oh yeah,
contained.
forgot
And
about
Tony
that.
looks at him and he's like, one timeline thing. At first I was like, why is he just saying one? He's like pointing up. That was cool. So cool. This was amazing.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
The credits were amazing. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
when I noticed that they didn't start with one of the main characters, I was like, they're saving them till the end. We got the great send off of them, the picture of them, and then pictures of them in the background. Got their signature, which made me realize I gotta fucking work on mine.
And then like the silhouette of them,
Yeah,
and then their names.
that was really
Yeah.
badass.
It was really good. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then, well, first before even that, I just want to talk about the ending, which was just so peaceful, just classic 50s music, and they're just dancing in the living room, and just
With the door open.
you could just tell Cap that he's so happy, and you're just like, thank God, like that dude went through a lot.
Cap, that line where he said, I'm gonna take up Tony's word of living life a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, Cap hasn't really had a life.
No.
Tony has,
Yeah, I mean, Cap's just been.
with the Avengers doing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
he-
Shield,
He went
always
to the
working.
army, then he froze to death, and then he went right to working for the Avengers, and then all this stuff happened, and he got to experience Star Wars opening day.
Him not dying also kind of fits his character arc of like, they brought up in Infinity War where his character's always been like, I want to give my life up for my country. I will sacrifice myself for the greater good. And then Infinity War came up and he told Vision, we're not giving you up. And then Vision's like, doesn't that go against your whole thing? Like, you'd give yourself up for the greater good, so why can't I? And he called him out for that. And then it didn't end with Cap giving up his life to save everyone. Cap kind of gave up that life goal. He's like, okay, I'm just going to live life. He doesn't need to give up his life for something. There doesn't need to be a sacrifice. So that was a great way to end his arc.
And yeah, no more
A complete
Cap.
180.
No more Cap, no more Iron Man, and we were talking to like those couple of people, and going in to see Spider-Man, it's gonna be weird knowing that like Iron Man's not in that world anymore. He's not in the universe. Like he's dead. I hope there's like a statue or something like in the
There's
opening,
gotta be.
or a memorial, stuff like that.
It's so crazy, man.
It's gonna feel weird because like everybody's back. So like, but like the people that were there, they knew what happened. So like it's gonna be weird. The people that are like, nah.
Imagine the people
I took a little nap and everybody's like, nah, dude. Like, shit was dead for 5 years. Like humanity was screwed. Like,
imagine the people that killed themselves
yeah, over
because
it.
they lost their loved ones, and then their loved ones come back and they're gone.
Yeah.
How do you fix that world? Seeing them clean up the mess in the background was
It's gonna be. I'm intrigued to see how Spider-Man is gonna open, because obviously it has to open talking about kind of the aftermath of Endgame and how everything goes about. But
maybe that's why he doesn't have the Iron Spider on. He doesn't want to be reminded Even though his other suit's made by Tony.
Yeah.
Take that back.
Well, you guys,
Crazy.
any final thoughts? Because I want to go to bed.
If you haven't seen this movie yet,
Why are you listening to this podcast?
well, that too. But also, go experience it in Dolby Theater.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Matt, tell us your experience.
I had no idea how to work the seat at first, but when I did,
Wasn't it comfy? Like
It sucks that they don't have it on during the previews. I wish they had it on for the Godzilla one, especially.
yeah.
They only turn it on after the previews.
because it just makes it all the better
Yeah,
for when I experience it.
true. It doesn't wet your whistle right away.
But your thoughts?
I never want to see a movie in a regular theater ever again.
Hell yeah!
Are you okay giving up the giant IMAX screen?
Oh yeah, dude. Because like now that I think about it, seeing a movie on a giant IMAX screen is cool. Like, you know, you get to see more of the movie. Everything's bigger.
Right.
But what's the point if you don't have a good sound system?
It all comes down to sound.
Yeah, that's what we realized when we saw it in Dolby. We're just like, sound is a bigger play in the movie going.
Because I mean, like when my seat was vibrating during, like when the fucking missiles were raining down, and my chair was just vibrating from the fucking bass. Oh my god!
Like I think there's a sub in every seat.
Oh, that'd be amazing,
right?
And it's so dark in there.
Yeah, it was just
all the speakers lined up on the sides and on the ceiling.
Yeah. There's got to be like a sweet spot in that theater. We gotta take Ariel to one, and we just gotta figure out where it is.
Where the
we all bring the mirrors.
Yeah.
Like, shit, where are they at? We bring like string and like all like lead them in. Like where do they cross? Where do they all cross at the right moment?
But yeah, I mean, 10 years I've been leading up to this, building this whole universe, and I mean, this is just the beginning. This is the end of a saga, but the beginning of an entire universe.
Oh my god!
And I'm excited what Feige has in store for us.
Could you imagine?
Matt just figured out how to say Kevin Feige's last name.
Okay, I thought it was Feige because you don't own a fucking, or you're not in charge of one of the most fucking.
Use your words. I know it's 5 in the morning.
Greatest fucking movie companies in the history of literally ever, and you're just like, yeah, my name's Kevin Feige or Feige. I don't know.
Now you're just going back on what you're saying.
I don't know. You know what?
You know
It's
what?
like 5.
I'm sure plenty of people were like,
All right, guys, this is the time of the podcast where I just fucking murder Andrew.
I'm sure plenty of people were like, Disney, that's a dumb name. Walt Disney, that's so cartoony.
No one's gonna.
Disney's
Feige?
such a
Feige just kind of
unique
rolls off
last
the tongue.
name.
Feige.
No, Feige sounds cool.
What's up, Feige? What's up, Feige?
That's,
What's up, Fiji?
Fiji.
No, it's like trying to say Fiji, but like
what's up? It's Feige the Siege. What's up? It's Feige.
you can't just change voices when you say it.
I'm Feige the Destroyer.
Oh man.
Hi guys, I'm Feige. Feige the Gaggy.
Sorry, neighbors.
We're not that loud. Okay, we're kind of loud.
I just want to go to bed.
I do too. I have to wake up in 5 hours.
I have to wake up in like 12.
But
hey, who has to edit a video for Friday afternoon?
not me.
Exactly. Stop your bitching.
Okay, this is like the time that you would just be like
Going to
starting
bed.
to think about going to bed.
Do I go to bed now or in an hour?
Sure. Sorry. Something popped up.
But anyways,
Do you want to take a guess how long this podcast is?
Oh my god, 2.5 hours.
2:45.
2:45? Oh my god, we just made an Endgame.
We're literally the
We
length.
made Endgame. We might as well wait another 10 minutes.
10 minutes of silence? Nah, I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Moment of silence for Tony Stark
All right, moment of silence.
and Stanley and Black Widow.
Oh my god, this is not a moment of silence if you keep fucking talking.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as a moment of silence in a podcast. That's called dead air. You don't want dead air in a podcast.
False. It's in a moment of silence for the memoriam.
Memoriam.
It's just weird,
Yeah.
guys. Like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and realize that
Tony's
we
dead.
saw Endgame.
Guess what?
Hmm.
It's already tomorrow.
Anyways,
Good morning.
we're gonna wake up. We saw it. We've been talking about this for like a year.
What's next?
What's next? I'm intrigued to see their lineup for the new phase. What's going on? Like,
Where are we going to be in 10 years?
right? It's gonna be weird.
Avengers Annihilation?
Who knows? Is it gonna be the new Avengers?
Is it even going to be
Avengers Secret Wars?
Don't play with my heart.
Avengers Galactus Pac-Man?
Okay, first of all, we need to stop this.
Avengers versus.
What does
Justice
Galactus
League.
I
say?
said we need to stop, not just keep making up names.
What does Galactus say?
I can't do it right now. I'm too tired. I'm hungry. Nom, 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 nom.
Perfect.
Well, guys,
Go see this movie again.
yeah, I'm gonna see it again for sure.
I'm gonna
Let's
wait.
break the box office records too. Let's
Oh,
just
I hope it does.
pop money into this guy. You know, we were making fun of that dude for watching this movie 3 times in a row. He's just stacking the sales.
Yeah, a guy who sat next to me in the theater. If you're watching this,
It didn't shut up.
thanks for subscribing. If you did, feel free to like our video, leave a comment down below. Also, can you please, for the love of God, dial it back a little bit? Kind of took me out of the movie a little bit.
Dude, when was it? When was the moment? Was it when he said Avengers Assemble that he like jumped out of his chair and was like, "Let's go"?
Yeah, he was just like, my hype level was the same as his, but
I was quiet.
I have proper movie etiquette.
Also, thing is, I understand. I'm okay with it when that's your first time seeing it. You've seen it already. Don't act
Yeah.
like the guy that's like, "Oh, look at this part," or like the guy that fucking. I'm guilty of this sometimes, but not with newer movies where like a quote's coming up and I say it and then they say it. That's the fucking guy.
Yeah,
But it's Endgame. Don't fucking do that.
and like he just saw it, like that. He saw that scene like 2 hours ago. Like, dude, calm down.
Yeah, like
Like if he just like was like, "Love you 3000."
Love you 3000.
when Iron
fuck
Man
up.
like put on the gauntlet, I was like, no way, and he's like, yup. I'm like,
Fuck off.
He
You
said
just-
that.
yeah.
Oh my.
He
I'm
did
mad.
that a few times. I was just like, no, and he's like, yup, and I'm just like, can you let me just experience this on my
Can
own?
you not act like the dude that made the movie
Seriously.
You just saw it before me.
in the same seat? Oh my god. Cause I mean, he went to the theater and was like, "All right, give me this one and same one for the
remember
next
when
time."
we were at the theater and like the dude bought like 30 tickets?
Scalper,
Yeah.
calling it.
Yeah, when we went to buy our tickets, some dude bought like 30 tickets.
Dude, what if he just bought them and just made them all empty? He's like, "I'm seeing this."
Butt ass naked. Watching the movie.
See what? If he was in the back row, nobody would know, because they wouldn't see above the thing. So he's just like out in the open with maybe some Axe body spray,
That was a
to
nice
go
little
body
joke.
spray.
Alrighty, guys. Well, if you got this far into the podcast, you're a trooper.
And of course, the first one that you see are pretty faces.
And hopefully we do more of these. Hopefully this turns out good.
Yeah, our camera has a history of overheating and losing footage, so
But-
that's great.
Look we're going on that much time, so that's
Yeah.
good. Like, this was a nice test run. So
Yep.
if you enjoyed our faces and stuff, tell us below, and we'll definitely do more podcasts like this. But other than that,
Yeah, hit that like button. Tell your friends about us.
subscribe.
We like movies. We talk about movies. We talk about every movie big movie that comes out week to week. And there's literally a movie coming out every week
From like
this year.
the start of May till like the end of July, we'll be
We
talking
got
about a movie.
Detective Pikachu coming up.
You're going to be seeing a lot of us, hearing a lot of us,
Mm-hmm.
tasting a lot of us.
Yes. We've been getting a bump in subscribers, so thank you guys if you're getting all the way
Yes,
down
we
here.
would not be here right now if it wasn't for you guys. You
Mm-hmm.
guys are amazing.
And on that note, this has been Andrew.
This is Michaela.
This has been Matthew.
Peace.
I love you all.